Hi, Internet, and welcome back. Welcome to Hearts of Stone. I had some very last minute announcements to tell my cast here. Oh, God.
Next
We're a
time you
mess
talk
today.
through the countdown of canceling the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hearts of Stone, our Blades in the Dark game. We're so happy to be back after a hiatus, a bit, a lot of traveling, a lot of things going on. It's the holidays. We're gonna have a lot of disruptions probably over the next month or two, but we are excited to be back here today playing Blades in the Dark. Before we get started in our recaps and try to remember what the hell was going on last time, I'll talk about what we've got going on the channel. I believe our next regularly scheduled stream after this one will be on Monday, hopefully returning with Red Jenny and Dragon Age TTRPG. Otherwise, the schedule lineup of our shows throughout the week is below our faces if you're watching us live on Twitch. If you're watching us some point, or if you're watching us on YouTube some point in the future, head over to our Twitch page. You can see whatever we're doing right now. I don't think I have any real other announcements to go over right now. So I will go ahead and turn things over to my lovely cast here to talk about who they are, what they do on and off this channel, and who they are playing tonight. Starting as always with Van.
That's me. Hi, I'm Van. You can find me on the internet at Van But Wilder, pretty much wherever you can find people on the internet. I'm on Blue Sky, I am on Mastodon, but mostly I am hanging out in the GGK Discord and streaming on Twitch several times a week. I stream on twitch.tv/lbhackemup on Sunday nights with a few familiar faces. Right now we're playing the Alien RPG, and our good friend Rach is running that one. And then I stream live on this channel several days a week, playing in games and running Dungeons and Dragons on Saturday mornings before this show. Tonight I am playing Glass, who is the Whisper.
I believe that's me. I am Christina Sid. You can find me on the internet at Greek Sid when I'm there. I am here a couple nights a week, and today I am playing Salome. She is our spider.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ. You can catch me at RJ622 on Twitter, Twitch, Blue Sky, TikTok, because I've been doing a lot of that recently, and in a bunch of places over the interwebs. Today, I'll be playing Fume, who's a leech. We both go by he, him. I'm a menace. He is...
A menace.
Okay. Hi, I am Wings, also known as Danae Keener. You can currently find me at DanaeKeener.com. That's the most reliable place to find all of the art and related to D&D and a lot of things on the Indoor Adventures stream. Today I'm playing as Grackle, and she is the Hound.
DanaeKeener.com.
Hello, everyone. I'm Val. You've heard me the Kraken's Crown lurking around the internet. Mostly just here Thursdays and Mondays playing running games. Other than this game, I run the aforementioned game Red Jenny that we just talked about will be returning on Monday, and a bunch of other stuff in between. Also over on LB Hackman's channel on Sundays playing the Alien TTRPG right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So
I forgot an announcement.
Oh, you do your announcement.
Yeah, we're going to be streaming on Thursday.
Oh, right.
We're going to be streaming on Thursday. I don't have a lot of details yet, but come hang out with us on Thursday night. Me and Val and a few other folks are going to do a little mini-series of Bump in the Dark. And I thought today would be a good time to talk about it because it is based off of a Forged in the Dark system. It's a combo of some Blades in the Dark rules and Monster of the Week. It's called Bump in the Dark, and I'm gonna run a little mini series of some fun monster hunters in Iron Country. So yeah, that'll be for the next few Thursdays.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited for that. So yeah, join us for that on Thursday.
Forgot I was gonna say it.
Yeah. That's it. No other announcements I forgot about. No. All right. Well, let's recap a bit what happened last time. on Hearts of Stone.
Because none of us have any fucking clue.
Because I've mentioned a couple things before stream, and I got the most deer in the headlights looks that I've ever seen from my players. And normally that at least one person remembers. So we'll see how well we do. If you're like binge watching this, you just watched our last episode and you start watching this one, you're like, y'all have forgotten a ton of stuff, or like that's not what happened last time. Fuck you. I'm just kidding. But we're probably
It was like 3 weeks ago.
It's been a while, and there may be some retconning that's going to be going on here a little
I love
bit.
it when you're directly adversarial with our audience.
Yeah, that's...
You don't get it, okay?
Yeah.
Your 1 hour ago is our month ago.
It's our month
Yeah,
ago.
exactly.
I'm the flat circle.
No, really, that fuck you was just dedicated to anyone that is, going to judge us for that.
I'm just happy to
you
be
in particular,
here.
Fuck you.
I'm not going to say
everyone else
fuck you to
did.
the people who are judging us. The people who are judging us because of that, there's so many other things to pick.
The leader of the Red Sashes, my Lara Clev, and you learned that allegedly my Lara Clev was responsible for the assassination of Rorik, the former leader of the Black Crows, which led to this kind of tense relationship between the Hive and the Crows, setting up like the second in command who would eventually take over the Crows. Led to a lot of turf war going on there, through which the Red Sashes were able to step in and take control. You also, right after that, followed this person who seemed to know Salome, and perhaps had some connection with her. Followed her back to, oh shoot, I forgot the name of the place. It's called the something. It was in Charter Hall. Hold on, I gotta find this unless somebody else finds
it had something to do with like an oyster or a pearl.
It was the Charter Hall, the House of oh shoot, I've completely forgotten it. I might have to go back and get that information, because
Where did you say it was?
it was in Charter Hall, but I'm in Charter Hall description, and it's not that, but I know the group. Oh boy, I want to make sure I have this though, because it is important information for y'all to have. Where are my factions?
Let's find it.
Yeah.
Let's find out. A 1, a 2,
It
a 3.
was...
It's a secret tool we'll use for later.
Aha.
You leave us with too much vamping time. We're gonna start memeing.
I know. I'm really trying. Shoot, what is the name of this place? It's the Hall of Echoes, I think it's
Ooh.
called.
That's actually really cool.
Cool
Do,
name.
Oh,
do
the
I have it in
archive.
my notes?
The Archive of Echoes. That's what it was.
That's an even cooler name.
That's sick.
The Archive of Echoes. Followed it back there. She went inside. We talked a little bit about that being a very secretive and exclusive academic society that is
Right.
sort of directly funded by the Emperor. So
And Salome's contact was named Mirror.
that is what she went by. Yeah. So Salome got that information. Moving on, we also had Will came to see Fume and talked about a representative of the church that had come by to visit him, talk about their his sister, and talked about turning over her heartstone so that she could be properly laid to rest. But this person also seemed to know a bit about Fume himself and asked some questions. This acolyte's name was Bowman. I think that was pretty much it for that scene. Glass went to give a book back to your to Lord Skurlock, and you had I think you spent the evening there talking with as I don't think it was as a client employee relation. I think you just stayed there and he cooked for you. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
No, we had dinner
Yeah.
and I just stayed
In this
tonight.
Hannibal Lecter kitchen.
Yeah.
You learned some information, asked him some questions about what the book was for, tried to gather like a little bit of what's going on in his personal life. Didn't really give up a lot, but did talk about his interest in the supernatural, devils and demons, and the creatures of the spiritual world that he has what's the word I'm looking for? That he has bound himself to so closely, and that this book has that you had found out is the binding of 7 demons.
Isaac.
Yeah, the Binding of Isaac, his favorite video game. But that it had certain rituals that could be used to
Did I make that
bind
joke last time?
and unbind different
I
demons.
had to have, right?
Think so. Must have.
Yeah, Dad.
There's no way. And lastly, Glass went to meet, not Glass, Grackle went to meet with one of her contacts, Steiner. I don't think we really got into much of what that relationship is or who Steiner is, but he talked about alluded to a contract or a bounty that is on Grackle, and wanted to give her the heads up that it was getting a little more tempting to take. The two of you had a really fun conversation where a lot of cool one-liners were dropped. And
That interaction turned out a lot more paternal than I expected. I was all like,
Yeah.
oh no, are you my dad?
there's a lot of theorizing of whether Steiner might be Grackle's dad. We'll only find out when the writers decide what to do with that next season.
Is Steiner your Joel?
But all of that being said, once you had a bit of downtime, were able to recover from your last job, it was time to take on a new one, and you set your sights on claiming some more territory, specifically some covert drops, a network of covert drops that the Wraiths were currently using. You decided to infiltrate or take out the Wraiths in this location by creating a sabotaged package that you would insert into this network of covert drops. It would be taken back to their hideout and then blow it the hell up, which seems to be a running theme with y'all of solve things with firebombs. However, during some of your investigating and leading up and trying to figure out how to make this work in the early stages of your job, you also learned something else. I believe somebody pickpocketed or got a letter of some sort. Maybe overheard
Letter
a
in the
conversation.
key.
Letter in the key.
We opened the little thing
On the bridge.
on the bridge.
Right. Oh yeah, you did. But you found out that I believe you also eavesdrop, or part of your planning for this, you had gathered some information that the Wraiths were in the middle of conducting a very important deal in selling a map, very expensive map, to an undisclosed buyer, but one that could make you a lot of money as well, and which would go up in flames if you decide to move forward with your job as it currently stands. So you're left with a choice where we currently are. Go ahead.
You missed the most important detail that the
Yes.
Wraiths know Grackle as the crazy bird lady on the bridge.
Yeah. That is true.
Oh,
And I think it's my
yeah!
mom.
Yeah.
And my
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah, I think is our mom.
Toppins.
There was a lot of chaos going on in order
Hey,
to
boy,
doesn't
investigate
sound
this
like
boy.
bridge.
Toppins are back.
But I kind of
I remember now. I caught a fist with my face.
Uh-huh.
Did.
Yeah. So I think kind of.
Oh,
we
yeah, and
are-
then I went back and tried to seduce that man for information.
Yeah, and that might be where you got the information from. I don't remember how you got that information. I just
Val,
know
as you were
got it.
describing things, like the memories were just inserting themselves.
Yeah,
into the
they
oh,
all
yeah.
came back.
Yeah, you're welcome. Where you currently are right now is, I think, again, mid job. You have your device. You have gotten, I believe, I think you got one of the keys that you could use to make this dead drop through at this bridge, and you could attempt to do so covertly, dropping off your incendiary device, but you also now know that you have this map to deal with that's potentially in play. So the real question for y'all is whether you want to take the risk and deviate your plan to go for this map, or stick with the plan as it is and lose out on a potentially bigger score.
If we've regrouped, Fume is just standing there with the clacker in his hands, sad puppy dog eyes, like, I wanna. So what are we doing? Are we going after this map, or should I just click?
Do we know where the map is located? Do we know like where their secret, quote unquote, secret headquarters are?
I don't believe so.
I don't think.
I want to
we
make
know
sure I'm
where it
giving y'all
is.
credit for any stress
No.
you took in flashbacks last time, but
I don't think we got that far. As far as finding out where it's actually being kept right now.
Could I spend a stress to flashback and tinker something up?
sure. Yeah.
The incendiary device itself was made with an ectoplasmic battery. So in like a situation like this, I think Fume would have made a device that would let him detect ectoplasmic charges.
Okay.
So it's essentially like
You're creating a homing beacon.
divining rods. Like you get closer, they'll.
So to say that you're putting essentially a tracker on this bomb, and so you'd be able to go find it after it went through this network here.
Yeah, because I think we also wanted to know where the wraiths were. I think I mentioned like, hey, I could probably make like a tracker or something.
I think it might have briefly been mentioned at some point. I think initially the plan was just to take them out so you could subsume their network
Right,
here.
right.
But I think that's something that, if we flash back, and kind of that's what these flashbacks for, like retconning things a little bit, to say that you wanted to have the option to potentially to find. So essentially the way I'm hearing it is the bomb itself would be set to trigger on some sort of input from a distance or on
Right.
a timer of some kind.
Like, I do a lot of electrical engineering, so like I could probably IRL tune it to a different frequency and then have a device that just tracks that specific frequency.
Yeah. I mean, that level of, could probably figure out something with this level of technology. I'll say that's gonna be more difficult than just doing it the old-fashioned way, following somebody or using a magic. But the
Science.
but I think we
You need
could
a ghost?
probably.
I was about to say, track it, find it, send ghost, get map.
I got a
blow
ghost
up.
for that probably. Just let me know.
A ghost or a grackle. We've
Um,
got ways.
That just keeps popping up different places. Hey, you need a ghost?
You need a ghost?
You
Hey
need a
kid,
ghost?
So-
hey
You need a
kid,
ghost?
you want to go?
I'm gonna say it's
Fresh
not.
ghost full
I
of
got
ghosts.
good ghosts. Real good ghosts.
It's not too out there to think of that you might have wanted to have a secondary, a backup to find where this bomb's going to be, so that you could potentially do something about that. Like, and then the explosion, like if for whatever reason the tracker didn't work, it would still detonate, and you could continue on with your plan. So that's not too out there. Let's say, how much stress do I want to make you take for this flashback? Oh, let's see. Flashback examples. Let's say, I'll say 1 stress. I'm fine with 1 stress.
Okay.
It's a complex action or unlikely opportunity. 2 or more stress is an elaborate action that involves special opportunities and contingencies. I don't think it quite gets to that point.
I think eventually on downtime, I want to make this an asset for us, if that's cool with everyone.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For this, I'm just going to have you make a tinker roll.
Got it.
We're not actually going to consider this an asset because it's so limited in its
Right,
use.
right, right. So effect, limited, position, risky.
Yeah, let's do position is risky. I can't think of a reason to make it. It's yeah, you're not quite desperate. There, you might have other options if this doesn't work. I'll say yes. The effect is going to be limited just because of the type of technology you're working with.
You got it.
You could, however, spend additional stress to increase the effect, if you wished to do that.
Would it be before or after my roll?
You have to do it before.
How much stress would I be spending?
2 stress.
2. I'll save it as is.
Okay.
I'm rolling 3d6. This should be all right.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
My broken leg does not affect this.
No, I'm not gonna say your broken leg affects this.
6, baby.
I've got to mute this browser. That was so loud.
Remember, don't hit the big alert button.
Yeah. 6, full success. So yes, you do have this. I'll say you have this in play. Flashback successful. You were able to create this ahead of time. You have a tracker on this device. I'll keep in mind the limited effect for when you actually put this into effect.
Okay. I would also have to spend my load for a gadget, correct?
I hadn't thought about that. I'll say no. I already took your stress. This is.
Speaking of gear, don't everybody remember that we have 2 extra slots.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, the window of opportunity is closing fast. It looks like they've just crossed the bridge. I could do it now, a fireball in the middle of town. 2 nights in a row.
Perhaps save it.
So, are y'all making did y'all want to go ahead and hand this package off? Is that the plan here?
And then track them down, yeah.
Yeah. And then send a ghost!
Okay. Yeah. You are able to you have the key, you've done everything else. You drop off this package on the bridge here, avoiding any further attention from all the shit that has happened previously. And yeah, we stepped away. But Fume's device is able to work. You were previously able to identify that the way that this system works is that these packages are dropped off like on this bridge, and then someone is picking them up through the canal system here, like some unmarked boats of these canal boats that are coming through are accessing some sort of like storage compartment or something that has been secreted in the underside of the bridge, taking these and then moving them onto another location. So I imagine the 4 of you had a gondola, but I imagine it's probably more inconspicuous to follow on foot, following the pathways of the canals here. So unless you rather make this a high-speed gondola chase, which may be our only opportunity to do that. So, that is one plus in that situation.
Pretty sure we could find another time for it, let's be
All right.
honest.
This place is full of Canals. Are you
There
kidding
so
me?
many. Yeah, there are so many canals. Okay, so you do you follow on foot, the four of you, keeping following behind Fume, who has been able to identify the specific gondola that seems to be carrying this package, and it follows the waterways across or through these down Silk Shore, nearing the Laguna, towards the southern edge of the this district, and Fume's device seems to be working pretty well, until it gets to a point where the gondolas begin to split off, and this gondola in particular heads into a there are a series of, like, between some of these these waterways, there are tunnels that the gondoliers can move through to kind of like cut through a more direct path that doesn't have any foot traffic, to reach some of the more open waterways on the other sides, areas where it's blocked off by like larger buildings. This gondola seems to move through one such tunnel here, and disappears from sight and easy ability to follow on foot. You do know where it would let out on the other side. You could probably cut around to that location before they're able to come out the other side, though.
I mean, yeah. Nonchalantly.
So I'll say you split up. Some of you staying at this tunnel, some of you heading over around to the other side of this, where the exit to this tunnel would be, and Fume still with the device, probably heading off to like cut it off. The rest of you making sure they don't double back. And though Fume's device seems to continue to indicate the general direction of where this where this gondola or where the package last was, they do not exit from the other side of the tunnel. Fume, your device seems to continue to indicate that they are in the direction like in this tunnel, and we'll say it's like probably some sort of like sparking like diode that's giving like slight, like more of like cardinal directions. It doesn't, you don't have like a readout that's saying like 50 feet, 60 feet. So
I imagine it's like a handheld device with two dowsing rods over top,
Yeah.
that just slowly close, and then as Fume walks past where the gondola is, it just opens up again. He's like,
It's a game of like hot cold.
steps
Yeah.
back a little bit, it closes back up, steps forward, it opens again.
What you notice is, so essentially imagine that all of you are on two different streets right now. This tunnel is between Fume. You're looking in the direction of the tunnel. Your dowsing rod's kind of pointing that direction of where you would expect this gondola to come out through. It doesn't, and instead the direction begins to change, and it begins to follow a different path to a canal that does not exist.
What the devil?
Secret tunnel.
Through the mountains, secret tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Or at least through that tunnel.
I'm guessing we need to get down there and figure out how to get in. Unless it's guarded. Glass, could you send a ghost? I don't want to. It sounds like sewer stuff, and I hate sewer
That's
stuff.
just like halfway to just pushing Fume off.
Hey,
Well, I mean, I suppose I can.
the next ghost I send in there is going to be you, Glass.
I'd love to see you try. Sure, why not?
Ghosts.
Can
All
someone
right.
ghost?
You can try.
Yay.
Fume will actively turn away as Glass is
Yeah.
summoning the
Like,
ghost.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, turn around, smoke break. Look away.
You two, let me light your pipe.
Thank you.
I'll duck out of sight. So I'm not just like standing in the road
Uh-huh.
summoning ghosts.
Yeah, probably not a good idea.
3 people on a bridge just smoking.
There are
All standing in different corners, just
like, so this tunnel doesn't have like a main walkway, but it has like a slight ledge that somebody could use to like access it on foot. People probably trying, or like infrastructure, like city workers and stuff could move down this tunnel.
I could just prowl my way down there.
Yeah, well, you could, but also that would give you a safe spot if you want to move a little bit in there to summon a spirit, so that you weren't in immediate line of sight.
Yeah,
people.
I'll do it.
All right. So I believe you're rolling
Attune.
Attune.
I can attune to the ghost field to force a nearby ghost to obey a command I give it,
All right.
which I am not supernaturally terrified by.
Yes.
And I have 3 now
Big.
in attune.
Big point. So yeah, we'll go ahead and say it's always risky to summon a ghost. And yeah, we'll say standard. I don't you're not desperate or in a desperate situation.
Not yet.
And definitely not.
I lost one. 5.
5. Okay. 5 is a
2 5s. Do I get stump points or
no.
what game is this?
Nope.
This dragon.
You get a mixed success though
Yet.
with a 5. So I'm imagining it's been a bit. Describe how it looks when glass attunes.
I mean, I think it's different based on what they're trying to do. But I think, yeah, if they're like mostly out of sight, I think will like sort of relies on a lot of like material components and stuff. So like this time I think really pulls out like a little pouch with some kind of dust or something in it, and it takes a second, like focuses on like what is just past the veil, like into the ghost field, like pinpoints a spot of energy and just
As
and it
the
kind of
dust
settles on like a little nearby spirit that was hanging around.
Yeah, as the dust begins to settle in front of you, you see like it's like iron particulates in the air, like electricity begins to spark between them, which creates the form of this spirit in front of you, and you can see kind of like crouched on the edge of this this walkway that you're on is a smaller spirit, something like about child size, kind of like crouching there, like it was like kind of hovering over the water itself, as it takes form in front of you, just like giving you a crackle with electricity all around it.
Hello, darling. Find the door for me, won't you?
The spirit kind of like lurches a bit under your control and your command in this moment, as you're kind of resting control of this entity, pulling it through the veil, and it, in this jerky kind of fashion, kind of disappears, almost like teleporting, like stuttering a bit across the water, and does that a few times, like ahead of you into the darkness, and you see this spectral form. It reaches the about like 60 feet down this tunnel, pretty much the midpoint between where you came in and where the other exit of this tunnel would be. Obviously you don't see a gondola here right now, that is being illuminated by the light of this spectral form. The spirit reaches the section about 60 feet away, and it stops, and you can see it's this again, thin, short arm, kind of extends, kind of twitching a little bit as it points to a section of the wall right in front of it.
Oh, you'd seen them coming and going. Well done.
You mark kind of in your mind exactly where it was pointing, and you see the spirit stops, kind of stutters a little bit, and it begins to dissipate. And as it does, kind of breaks apart, the dematerializing in front of you, those particulates still kind of sparking with electricity. You notice something else kind of over the water here. You can see something floating in the water, kind of like bobbing in the canal, slightly kind of at the midway point.
Can you tell
Just
what it
near where-
is?
Not from this distance, not in this light.
How far does this like ledge go? Can I?
Oh, it goes all the way across.
Oh, it does.
Mhm.
Can I like creep down there?
Yeah. You creep down towards the towards where you see this object, and it's about where the spirit was, maybe like a little bit close to you, because it seems to be following the current as it's moving towards you, just very slowly, as it's not a quick current. You reach that point, and you stop as you there's a couple of things. One, for a moment you hear like an echo of something, and you're not sure if it's coming from somewhere in the city, because it's bustling. You're in Silk Shores, a lot of people around, people hawking wares and calling out to each other. But you hear another sound that seems to be like coming from down the tunnel, so it's very muffled, like it's coming through the wall, and it's like a very brief kind of like shout, and that's it. But like a shout muffled through like the a stone wall. So you get that first, and you see the this object bobbing towards you. Do you have like a light source with you, or do you have something
I probably can.
if you wanted to? It's very dark in here, and it might be helpful to figure out how to
Let's
open this door.
see.
So
What can I have? How about a lantern?
lantern should be perfect.
This says I can have a fancy electroplasmic lamp.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna have that.
All right. You pull out the lamp, turning the dial on the side. It kind of sparks to life in that greenish blue glow. The bit of oil, the Leviathan blood in the center, like sparking to light, powering the lantern, and it casts that eerie glow across the water in front of you. And the water, much like everywhere else in Silkshore and through Dust Falls, is dark. It's like pitch black water, almost like there's oil on the surface. And the object kind of dips below the surface for a second. As it pops back up, you see kind of rolling to the side, kind of streaks across of like oil or something slick across the side, as you see a face.
That's what I was afraid of.
And it rolls to the side, and you can see a disembodied head
Skim roll Resident Evil 7 down here, you guys.
is bobbing through the water, and then kind of begins to disappear below surface. You begin to notice like it's bobbing, not necessarily even because of the current, but you see dozens of eels in the water, kind of lunging up towards it, like nipping and like pulling at the skin, as they're beginning to pick the face clean.
That's
Delete anything.
dishonored.
Lead anything.
Right. Enjoy your dinner then. Hey, I'm gonna get out of there.
Okay. You back up. the rest of you can all reconvene now too if you'd like. I had you split up on both sides of the tunnel, but if you want to meet, you can.
What's the story, Wishbone?
I don't recommend dipping your toes in the water anytime soon.
Eels.
Boy, have they found something delicious to eat today.
Oh, nice. A little tartar, a little. It's a head, isn't it?
It was a head, yes.
Well,
I think I found the entrance. I heard something shout or something, and then saw a severed head bobbing its way down the river. So I imagine
How fresh?
pretty fresh, enough for the eels to decide to eat it.
Was it a gusher?
what does the candies have to do with anything?
A what?
Gushers do
Those-
not exist in this world. I'm drawing a hard line there. Gushers do
That's the
not
line.
exist in Dustfall. That
If
is
we
the
if we
line.
have to live off of eels and mushrooms, we do not have the joy of gushers.
The lines are very specific in
I
this game.
literally said, "What's the story, Wishbone?" and you didn't put a hard stop on
No,
that.
I'm fine with that. Wishbone could exist in there.
Love
It's not, I love Wishbone. Wishbone could be here. That little dog detective running around. I'm definitely down with that.
I have like
But,
books and shit.
yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Are they dead in the last hour, last 5 minutes?
Oh, are they still bleeding?
Was it?
Ooh.
Let me tell you something about anatomy.
I mean, we don't have to get that specific. I'm sorry.
No. I think
wanna know.
that's a good question. I'm just debating whether.
Glass would have seen.
Like,
enough
was
of
that
If
that the head
Blood
that screamed?
pooling around the head.
It was
or-
definitely not the head
That
that
wasn't the
screamed,
head
because
that
it was there
shouted. Okay.
before you heard the scream.
Right. Okay.
But it did not seem. It seemed pretty fresh.
I'd say sometime today.
And we have not heard any bells today for deaths.
Oh, good question. Actually,
We know the lore.
no, you do.
Give us
You do know
gushers.
the
We
lore.
know the lore.
As a treat? As a treat, can we have
Um,
gushers since we remembered something?
Mushroom gushers.
Mushroom gushers?
Oh man,
Heads are like gushers if you're big enough.
you have not heard the bells today. Not yet.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Very. I heard a shout or something. So.
Someone's on. It seems to me that someone's on guard that's capable of decapitation.
Seemed that way.
Decapitation without alerting the city, which is even more interesting.
And they're using the eels as some kind of disposal method, perhaps. Or that was just good luck.
Only the head, though.
Yes, I'm concerned where the rest of the body went. Soulstone and all.
Possible the eels have had a very large meal today.
No, then the watch should be all over that then. No?
There are
Think
ways
the
to
deal went
delay
south?
them. It's possible. They definitely know how to delay having the bells rung on them.
Just real quick, the more we waffle about, the less the signal gets. So, decisive action?
Well, I found the entrance. It's just a matter of opening it. Getting in without anyone seeing.
Rush the doorman, throw him in with the eels, and see where we go. Too loud? Too loud.
Would be nice just to get in and perhaps quietly see where it goes. And then maybe send in some no longer living assistance further in.
By the
Hey.
way, what'd your ghost say?
I mean, they don't really speak, generally. But I have a good idea of where the entrance is.
Val, as we're speaking,
Yeah.
part of my standard items is a is a bunch of documents I'm going to use my load to say that they are maps of the city and city sewer line.
Oh, okay.
And
Sure.
I want to, like, as we're waffling about, open them up and see where we are and see if, like, I overlay the maps if there's any relative, like, sewer systems next to the entrance.
Interesting. Um. Yeah. You pull out your maps here and kind of do do like a quick survey of it.
I could also do a study roll if you need some time to think.
Well, I was debating what I was going to make you roll. What I'm going to tell you is this, without making a roll, because you have the item for it. There is not a drainage system or a sewer system that would connect to where Glass has pointed out this door is.
Oh, wherever this place leads, it's certainly an illegal modification to the city, so that's a Section 4, Article 2. I know my bylaws. And my straight laws.
Perhaps if everything goes tits up, we'll just send the watch on them.
Dungeon Inspector.
All right. Lead the way.
So you reach this point where Glass's spirit has identified the secret entrance here, and because it has been identified, because you used that, I won't make you do another roll. You see in one of the stones here a very similar indentation to what you saw on the bridge.
Yeah.
You put the key in, click. As you do, there is a kind of a grinding sound. You can hear like a clicking of like gears beginning to move, and you step away as this section of the wall pushes like a foot inward and then begins to slide out of the way. A little bit of water kind of rushes in, kind of equalizing from the water that seems to already be inside of this entrance. And you you see a dark interior, some sort of secret passage, which is not on any of Fume's maps. Glass, you still have your lantern though, right?
Yes.
As you are standing there, the light from your lantern illuminates inside, and you see something else. You notice before even looking inside, something begins to kind of, with the water's flow, wash out from inside. Floating in the water, you see pieces of wood and fabric, and you see, kind of dipping below the surface, you see an arm that is amongst the debris. And as your light casts inside, you see a vision of slaughter. The gondola that you had been following is destroyed, shattered into pieces. Bits floating in the water. Actually, Fume, your
Detection device.
Detection. I was dowsing rod. Catches and begins to follow, kind of floating back out. The package that had been with the gondola is sort of floating with it. You could take it out of the water if you wanted to. It's probably fine. But the gondolier that was piloting this boat has been eviscerated, hacked to pieces, and is floating amongst the debris.
I'm never one to shy away from a job, but I think this has gotten a little too hot for comfort. Fume is going to scoop the package out of the water.
Did he get hit by the door?
The doorknob hit him with the good Lord should have split him.
And split him he did. Woo, doggy.
Y'all.
Oh my God.
Did he get hit by the door?
Well, did he?
You solved my puzzle. There's a big spill. I mean, you
There's
don't
a
see it.
jam smear on the side of the wall that opened
I
up.
play D&D. I know doors are the most dangerous thing out there.
It's true.
I mean, she's correct.
You
Did
you
he
do
get hit
not
by the door?
you do not believe that this carnage was created by the door.
Okay.
Danae has effectively taken everyone out of the scenario with one shot.
This is, this whole thing is just like it's a reference to Dracula. There's a cowboy in Dracula.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sewer Squad.
Okay.
What do we do?
Well, we got the package.
But no, not necessarily. This package should go to the Wraiths. We don't want the package. Also, someone else hold this, because I should not hold the package and the clackers at the same time.
Good idea.
And the dowsing round.
I'll hold the bomb. Why not?
It's all yours.
If we got a bit of twine and tied it between two grackles, could they airdrop it?
We would have to know where it was going first.
Is it insensitive of me to ask you, Glaz, but could you speak with the recently departed?
If the spirit is still hanging around, I could certainly try.
Right. I'm going to also use a load to pull out a pistol, because whatever hacked up this, we haven't seen anyone leave or go forward. I'm gonna be safe here.
I feel like having my always equipped concealed palm pistol is not a bad idea either.
So, Glass, you want to try to speak with the
Yep.
Recently departed.
I'm gonna-
recently departed?
Just make sure I have my Demon Bane charm on me just in case.
Yeah. I will tell you this. You see kind of floating amongst the pieces the torso of this this individual, Heartstone still present in the corpse. You would know that you wouldn't be able to speak with the spirit unless the Heartstone was destroyed.
Ah.
Which you could do. You would just be preventing this person from ever occupying a body again.
I'll explain that. Or remind everyone of that. Heartstone's still intact, so the answer is no, unless you want me to damn them permanently.
I don't have a conscience. I could do it.
That's a...
There are some things even I won't do. How did they prevent them? No bells yet, right? Still just like, huh?
Nope,
Do
no
you
bells.
hear the
he's not... It's just torso. Here.
I mean, it's torso here, arm
it's
there,
piece of...
head down there.
Wait a minute.
Hmm.
Could it have been a vampire?
Are they particularly known for tearing bodies to pieces?
No, I mean, looking down at the carnage, could this have been one? The soul had already left. So when this person died? Trying to think of any way
A vampire
other
is
than...
still technically a soul, just inhabiting a body that's not its.
Don't see a torso, right?
No, you do.
We do see a torso.
You are able to pretty much track all the pieces of this body.
Okay.
As
Can I
they're
just
floating.
grab an oar and just like slap the torso over to us?
Sure. Yeah, you can bring. I'd say like the torso's there. One of the legs is still connected. Heads removed. Arms removed. It's like you almost can see the trail of like head, left arm, left leg are all missing.
And
While
the gondola
they're
itself is also like,
destroyed.
smashed to pieces.
There
Okay.
are ways of delaying the wardens, keeping the bells from going off right away.
Then perhaps we should get the fuck out of here.
Quickly, could I study the body? I'm looking
Sure.
at the dismemberment process. Is it jagged? Is it straight?
Is it
Blades, teeth,
Yeah.
Is it gay?
Yeah.
CSI
pansexual.
Dusk Ball.
Is it bleeding rainbows?
Yeah, study would be
gay? Is
perfect
it
for
reading
that.
rainbows?
No, it's Wishbone. We talked
Can't
it's
go
Wishbone.
anywhere.
I was a cyber chase kid.
Mm.
I was bad at math.
Yeah, roll study. Your leg won't apply here.
But how will I get effect standard?
Yeah, I'm gonna do risky standard.
Mixed success.
Okay, mixed success. So surface level information. The angle of decapitation and like the angle of the strike makes you believe that somehow this was done in one strike, one blow. Decapitated, cut the arm off, cut the
Can
leg
I
off.
look for
So
traps?
one blow that just sort of blew him apart,
One blow that
cut him up.
chopped him into pieces. Yeah.
Bunch of like razor wire in here somewhere. Listen, we just watched like all the Saw movies this
Yeah.
last
Or,
week.
or like a pendulum, perhaps?
Or a
With a
very
pit to go along with
talented
it?
bladesman.
Sort of.
the
Red sash.
the
Uh-huh.
quality of the cuts would make you believe that it was like a tempered blade, they're not jagged. And the last bit that I'll give you, actually no, that would make success. I'm not gonna give you everything.
I'm gonna do something gross.
Refined
Okay.
blade, tempered scalpel sharp.
Oh yeah, it would have to be a very sharp blade swung with a lot of force.
And I believe they're stronger than you, Grackle. By a margin.
Or it's a very sharp blade.
Both. You see the scatterment of limbs. The arm we found way over there, and the current hadn't even come in yet.
Is the door still open?
Yeah.
Can I examine the interior and look for any place that like a trap could be
Yeah.
set?
Yeah. What do you want to do? Survey?
Yeah, survey, I think.
Works. And we'll do that risky standard again.
I just hit the dice next to the skill, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Risky standard.
I forgot you have a black eye.
I have it. There's no.
It's
effect.
reduced effect. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But you also
I'm-
have the thing where you can reduce that even
I'm
further.
tough as nails.
Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't even bother you.
Doesn't even bother me. Mixed success.
It's just mixed successes all the way
Success
down.
all around.
all over the place.
That's blades in the dark,
You-
baby.
Love it.
Rather make success than failures.
You have the light of Glass's lantern.
Yeah.
Illuminates the space pretty evenly.
It's spooky though.
I will say with I'll say you do not believe there to be any traps in here. You do not see anything indicating that there would be a trap.
All right, search the body.
Can I do that?
Sure.
Grift
Yeah.
'em.
Because
have you
while
roll-
I'm doing that, I want to do something gross.
Okay, what's the gross thing you want to do?
I have throwing knives.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna pry that heartstone off.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
mine now.
I'm not even gonna have you roll for this. You're not under any sort of necessarily pressure in this
That
moment.
is an extremely valuable thing to have.
Yeah, you're
And it's
and
mine
the
now.
heartstone.
And
The heartstone's pretty easy to take off of a dead body.
Fume would assist Glass in the process anyway.
I wipe it off
Yeah.
on Fume's shirt.
Yeah, you're able to
Hey,
cut the heartstone free, and dislodge it from the rib cage.
Put it in my
The
pocket.
the-
I
you
don't
search-
think he's gonna want to re-inhabit this one.
You search the body, the pieces of the body that you can get to search, mostly the torso. You find.
I feel like wearing a nice jacket still.
He's wearing part of a nice jacket.
Sleeveless.
One sleeve.
In mode.
I only got one sleeve and the other side is sleeveless.
Yeah.
hey,
Interesting look.
Val, can I confirm something with you?
Uh-huh.
I don't like the look you have on your face.
Me either.
Is the process of which switching heartstones on a hull, is it like a
Yes, they do. Some do. The more recent ones have occupy heartstones, the one that transfers bodies. No, normally
Okay.
holes would be possessed by ghosts. Transferring a heartstone, that'd be a long process.
Okay.
That would
I
not be
see
something
where
you
you're
just
going
like
with this.
pop
I
into
think I do
place.
too, and I don't like it.
No.
I just put it in my pocket. In
It's like a
jacket
little
pocket.
You find tucked within the coat a
Just switch them out so you can talk to dead people.
Yeah.
Boop.
yeah, it's not modular.
Damn it!
Unfortunately.
give
Um,
us 10 more years. 10 more years, the technology will be there.
Our
Yeah, I'd say
modular
it's-
boy.
And they were called gushers.
Yes! We got there eventually.
okay. I like follow up. This is kind of a diversion, but would it be
All of this is a
possible to make a
diversion.
hull that has no like physical abilities aside from just talking, and essentially make a spirit box that we can shove heartstones into?
it's still a
And talk
process?
to
Grab the head.
ghosts.
Grab the head out of the water. We put it on a spirit box. And then we
So to-
attach the heartstones to the
I'll drop
head,
some
and
lore.
they'll talk through the
We-
head.
I'll
We
drop a little
BJ
bit of lore.
Blazkowicz him and put him as a head in a jar.
Yeah, so I'll drop a little bit lower. Like, traditionally, holes were essentially created as conduits for like metal. They were machines that essentially imprisoned a ghost inside of it, and then could be commanded to carry out tasks with a little bit of sentience. Holes, as they exist now, those exist in addition to ones that have heartstones in them. Yes, you can just like you could just slot a heartstone into a hole. I'd say there's a process to which the spirit, much like there's a process to which the spirit has to adjust to it. Like you don't just pop it in and then like talk. It's like
Right,
pop
right.
it in and then like a few days later, depending
gotta let
on
'em
the
cook.
spirit, you have to
Yeah.
let them. Like,
I just
gel
thought
with it.
of a great use for our holding cell.
But it's a very complex process that's why like so much of that technology is like proprietary, and it's like heavily
Fucking Amazon.
it's very very secretive of like how that process works. But yeah, mostly like it's even with a metal body, it's not easy, and then you can't really just slot another heartstone into an organic body the same way. Doesn't usually work like that. Yet. That's something that they're still trying to figure out.
That sounds like an asset that might take several weeks.
I'm bothered by how not bothered you were by my plan.
Finishing up Glass's looting the body.
Moving
you
on.
Do find you do find a key, similar to the one that y'all have in the jacket, tucked in the jacket pocket of this individual. Otherwise, you don't find much. Like a little bit of coin, couple of like probably like a pistol or like a dagger or something on them. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Now, is this just like one like chamber? Or does
So
it
yeah,
go?
the chamber. This looks like a place where they would dock the gondolas inside. 10 feet of water with a little bit of ledge around the edges. And then it leads to a platform, a stone platform, where you would imagine they probably offload the gondola to a staircase, which kind of that's like the edge of where your light is right now. But looks like the rest of the sea would go like on foot.
Steel yourselves, we might find an actual slaughter coming up.
Shut the door behind us.
Right.
Okay. You shut the door
Quiet now.
behind you, and the four of you begin to quietly sneak into this underground passage. If you're trying to do so without, I mean, you don't know if there is anybody in here still or what's going on, but
Right.
if you would like to do so without being detected, you'll probably need a roll for that.
Group, please.
what-
Group,
What
please.
it comes down to, what it comes down to is that, like, if this was not a trap that killed this guy, whoever did it is still down here.
Yep.
And welcome back, Internet, for our impromptu break. Twitch threw a little bit of a hissy fit.
The fuck, Twitch?
So we had to put it in timeout and ignore it for a bit. So, but I think everything's back. Hopefully, we don't have any more disruptions.
He doesn't get to play Switch tonight, though.
No,
so.
no video games for Twitch tonight. Can you imagine? Let's get back into it. So we were just about to do a teamwork sneak action, so that y'all could potentially get the drop on whatever is up ahead. So I think we had just decided on the on how that works. So one person has to choose to lead. That person is the one that's risking the most stress from this.
Grackle.
Who's got the
You
least
want-
stress?
Yeah, I've got the least stress. It's me.
Okay.
Hey, it's
So-
me.
Everyone who's involved, you only get the benefits of this if you roll. Everyone who's involved makes a will make a stealth roll. Stealth finesse, right? Is it stealth?
Finesse.
There's
Yeah.
Prowl.
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 That's what it
There
is.
we go.
Prowl.
Prowl finesse. That's like the example here in the book. Okay. Yeah. Single highest die result will be the result for the team. Anyone who rolls a 3 or less gives 1 stress to the person leading.
Kind of reminder, mine is going to be at reduced effect because of a broken leg.
Yeah, yours will be. Is it reduced effect or yeah, you're a reduced effect, not reduced die.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
It's reduced effect. Right?
Cool.
5.
4.
5.
Roll. Oh, dang.
How do you give yourself your own stress?
You give yourself your own stress.
It's...
But that's fine because that'd still be a 5 for the group.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So skirting around the edges of this waterway. I forget I have other music. I don't just listen to this the whole time. Let's go with this one's called Blood on Me. So
Appropriate, because that's
God, I
all
hope
of us
not.
right now.
Yeah,
You
I
skirt
did
around
just
the
sort of
edges.
carve a gem out of a man's chest.
you did.
Oops.
Past this carnage and up to this platform, you can see here there's like some pittance there to tie off the gondolas at. You can see the scuff marks from where probably over years have accumulated from cargo being offloaded here. This doesn't look like a new construction. This looks like this is something that's been here for a long time. There's a nice healthy spattering of blood across the stone ahead of you as you begin to prowl down this hallway. The passageway is fairly short and ends abruptly at a circular room. There is a ladder that ascends to an upper level through it looks like some sort of like trap door in the ceiling above. This room is sparsely decorated, but contains shelves, tables, and storage racks for equipment, scrolls, books, ledgers, all kind of scattered around here. Except on top of all of that is a even thicker layer of carnage. You see signs of a very violent and brief struggle that seem to have occurred fairly recently. The blood still wet underfoot. The body's still warm from the same sort of brutal implements that you witnessed in the room before. The bodies appear to have been hacked to pieces. One carries a not fully like bifurcated, but a deep gouge down the front of their body, starting around their temple, splitting the front of their head, and ripping their rib cage and their their stomach open. Just a horrendous strike. Another has been vivisected or at the waist, completely fallen into two pieces, gore strewn around the room, and carnage all around you. There is very little space in this room that is not covered in blood.
Well, that takes care of one problem.
Emperor's left tit. What the hell's happened here? Don't expect it to be much of a kegger.
Nothing good.
As you are, I assume, whispering, as you're standing in the threshold, tentatively moving into the room, I'm going to roll a fortune roll for y'all. You got a mixed success. I'm gonna roll one die. You won a 6.
Okay.
A 5 would be fine, but you definitely won a 6.
Oh!
Ah!
That was a 6.
Thanks,
Your
Val.
obedient servants, the luckiest fuckers in the land.
Y'all are welcome for my good rolls.
Woo!
You, with a 6, are able to catch something or notice something before it becomes a problem. Grackle, you're leading this roll, so I'm going to say Grackle's the one that notices this.
I'm on such a hair trigger right now.
You, as you're standing in this room, immediately, I think everybody's like first sight is like the bodies, the carnage, everything. There's a ladder against the far wall that leads up to that trap door, and your gaze follows upwards as you see the pool of blood in front of you ripple for a second as something drips down into it. And you look up towards the darkness. It's like, I imagine Glass probably put out the lantern before y'all prowled into this room.
Yeah.
So the only light source are some sconces on the set into the walls, some of which were snuffed out from the blood that hit them, leaving one side of the room very dark. And you look up towards the ceiling about 20 feet above you, and you notice the trap door is closed up from the ladder, But you see along the wall, in the stone itself has these deep gouges in it. Intermittently every like 5 feet and alternating kind of like side to side, like something clawed its way up the wall. And you notice in the darkened area of the room, the floor of whatever wooden floor surface is above you is actually broken away, and there is a hole there that looks like it was forced open instead of going through the trap door. And standing at that opening, unmoving, completely like rigid in posture, but just enough of the candlelight catching a metal construct that is roughly human shaped, but sort of like folded in on itself and just dormant at the edge of this this opening. And you can see blood dripping down from these crossed bladed arms that are neatly tucked in front of this automaton.
One big cowboy mom arm like slaps across the entire group, and she points.
Oh no. Hey, what the fuck?
Ever seen anything like this, Fume?
Shall I make a roll?
You can, yeah. What do you want to roll?
Either study or I guess Tinker is actively working on something.
That's a good question with Tinker, is whether it can be applied for more than just the action of working on an object.
Ubiquitous clockwork and electroplasmic devices around the city to your advantage, so it would have to be either study or survey.
Okay, so study I think would be fine.
Okay. Mixed success with a 4.
Okay. It's definitely a hull. There's no doubt about that. I mean, the complexity of the automaton, its construction, everything, like this is definitely a very some sort of advanced hull. I mean, you've seen the carnage, you can put 2 and 2 together. Whatever this is probably what killed everyone in here.
But the real question is this one of the old style holes where, you just shunted someone's spirit into it, or is there a soul stone attached?
You can't tell from here. It's possible that if it is powered by a soul stone or a spirit, that core would still be within its frame. But this thing, so that, but this is a level of complex. I mean, most people that have holes as like bodyguards, I mean, those like the elite, the wealthiest in Duskfall, and even then, they're usually very crude, kind of more responsive entities. They are programmed to respond to danger and react to that danger. And they're usually very unsophisticated. Most of their power comes from their ability to just because they're not made of flesh and they're not as vulnerable to knives and guns and things like that as other people, but they're jerky, they're clumsy.
This has a degree of engineering that it is precise.
Yes, and it seems to be moving autonomously.
It's a hole for sure. I can't tell the make, but it's sophisticated, even more than whatever the nobles have. I'm sorry, what was that, Wings?
Is it awake?
Hard to tell. Normally, hulls react to danger or a command. Maybe if we don't present ourselves as a threat, it won't attack us, or it has a kill on sight order.
Those are two very different things.
Yes, and I'm not really a betting man unless I've hedged the bets in my favor, so.
How do you stop it?
Looking at the armor, guns and knives are not gonna work on this thing.
They could.
You'd have
But-
to like hit them in the power source essentially.
They're not going to go down as easy as a person would. Yeah, you're not looking at like one gunshot to bring somebody down. You'd have to like break this thing enough so that it no longer functions.
We'd have to essentially dismantle the hull to make it inoperable.
Is there not something that's powering it?
Yes, most hulls are powered by spirit trapped inside of them. There might be a housing unit somewhere in the chassis.
Could we give it another spirit?
Could we yank the spirit out of it if we had the right tools?
It would be a long process. We'd have to also make sure it didn't move during the entire process.
I have a question. I have access to a piece of equipment that specifically is for catching spirits.
Yes.
So it's the lightning hook, right?
Right.
Which is essentially it's a long pole with a it's like the thing that like animal control has. Like it's a long pole with a loop
Yeah.
of wire at the
Yeah.
end. But it's connected to an electroplasmic capacitor. If I use that on a hull,
Mhm.
will it fuck with the spirit inside?
Oh,
Can I
yeah.
catch
Yeah,
the
it would.
spirit? Can I yank the spirit out of it?
Or
Or can I at least like...
you could fuck it up.
Because it is specifically for... It says suitable for grappling a spirit and dragging it into a spirit bottle, which I also
Yeah.
have
So- I would say-
access to.
I mean, a lightning rod, like electricity on its own, would definitely fuck.
Would mess with it, right?
Yeah.
What you're saying is this hull needs to call into work in the morning because we're about to suck the soul out of it.
Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah, I've only used 2 of my load. I pull out my lightning hook.
RJ, have you used that excuse for calling out of work?
No, not
Very
yet.
concerned. Okay. All right.
Oh,
check.
and it does say it like it's two-handed, but mine is custom made because I'm a whisper. It is this custom made hook collapses into a compact form, reducing its load to 1, even though it's two-handed.
Nice.
So pull it out and go.
Telescopic.
Oh yeah.
How far? It is above, like it's about 20 feet.
Yeah, I'm
above
just
yours.
being dramatic about the fact that I have this.
No, I was just that's something to think about. Is like if you want to try to get the drop on it, how you might get to it.
It looks like it's still on a standby mode. Maybe if we don't alert it, it won't attack us.
Pretty big if, Buster.
I'm just laying out the options. It's up to you all to decide what our play is here.
I've got this as backup.
Oh crap, do I have like an EMP thing in alchemy? Give me a second.
Look. Finally getting to use all these cool tools that are in here.
Right. You feel like you have a pretty good handle on utilizing this glass?
Comes with the territory.
Right. This sounds like our best shot. We'll have eyes trained in case it goes tits up.
Sure. Can I say that, if he wants, can I say that Fume helped me make this thing? That's why it's
Sure.
so, like, cool and has a compact form.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Doesn't change the item at all. I just think that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
See, Fume/RJ would put like some sort of slotted component in the middle of it so that when you hook something around the neck, you just pull something and it shoots a bullet.
Oof.
It's like those like in the underworld movies, they're the UV bullets.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Liquid silver.
The silver nitrate or the like electroplasmic bullets. Put that on the list of things we should make.
Yes.
Holy shit! Did Val just steal Inquisitor us? Or is it Iron
Kind of.
Inquisitor?
No, it's steel.
It's steel.
It's steel.
And yes, sort of.
Yeah, kind of.
Just waiting for bolts going through its eyes.
Don't remind me. Is it's up.
Yeah.
Through the trapdoor. Is there like a
Through the hole that it
Is it-
made next to the trap.
Next
It
to
looks
the
like
trapdoor.
it ignored the trapdoor and just
Okay.
went through the floor.
so but the trapdoor would have some kind of like
Ladder
ladder or
system?
something, or are they just sort of like
There is
jumping down?
there is a ladder that leads up to the
Okay,
trapdoor.
okay. Very quiet. For the handle between my teeth.
You want to try to sneak over and get up there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we are on high alert.
Oh my god.
Definitely gonna need a roll for that.
Yep. I'm gonna prowl.
Okay.
Got this.
This is definitely desperate. You're not gonna get another chance at this.
Hey, mark experience.
And will the effect will be standard.
Can I spend stress to help?
I was thinking about pushing myself.
Okay.
Too. Because I only have 2 stress right now.
Do it. Hell yeah.
What is it? 2 stress to push yourself, or
It's 2 stress to push yourself.
For
It's
one
1
dice.
stress to help someone else.
Okay. So get an extra die, Van.
okay? Do I also want to push? Give me a 4.
Follow the laws of High School Musical. Push it to the limit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
Stabbed.
This is like all of my training has led up to this moment, like the one very deep breath, like all the practice of like holding my breath for a very long time to be as still and as silent as possible. That's how I'm flavoring pushing myself.
You are death.
Okay, that's 4 dice.
And also,
Oh,
here's what I will say
yeah.
too before you roll.
Okay.
So prowl does count for like ambushing somebody too. So we're just gonna roll that all into the same. Like if you succeed, like the full
The
action
climb
here
up
is
and ambush.
sneaking and ambushing it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's really convenient.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead and
actually
mark my
change this
XP.
from standard
Yes.
effect to great effect, because of the item that you have.
Okay. I marked my desperate XP in
Yes.
that goes in the attribute. Yeah, so that goes into prowess. Yay, love that. That's 4 dice, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
I rolled 2 6s.
Yes.
Roll 2 6s.
I rolled 2 6s, a
My
4 and a 1.
Yes.
Worth it.
Woo.
Okay, so that'll be a.
That was so scary.
Have
Woo!
we had a critical success?
Yeah.
we have.
Okay.
Mostly by you though.
You've done them.
You've
Oh,
done
that's
them.
right.
I've never done one.
I think I had one, but it was
You've
for
had
something
one.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Uh,
I rolled 2
let me-
6s, and the other 2 were a 4 and a 1.
Woo.
All right, let's see. Need to
I
remind myself.
I think that RJ's dice was one of the 6s.
Yep. 100%.
I feel
So
that.
you're gonna do it with increased effect. So
It was already great.
it's already great.
So is that like extreme?
Super great.
Extreme.
So
Do I get something?
That extreme gushers. Yes.
you climb glass.
I can't. I literally cannot believe this is happening.
moves quietly across the room, reaches the
Cat-like,
ladder
silent.
silently, stilly.
My boots
slowly.
do not clack on the stone.
You begin to climb up this wooden ladder, making sure to test the weight each time to make sure it's not going to creak under your the weight of you hoisting yourself up higher. You finally reach the trap door above, testing the weight of it above you. You are able to push it up, and you feel something begin to slide a little bit on it, and you stop just enough to catch a piece of the floor that had been knocked over by, that had been pushed aside, some debris when this hole was burst through the floor above, catching that and keeping it from clattering down. You hold on to the trapdoor as you creep up above into this quiet chamber. You don't take much time to survey the room around you. You're focused on the task at hand. You gently lower the trapdoor to the ground, leaving yourself the ability to escape if needed. As you take your lightning hook in hand, extending it out, you move around behind this thing, and you realize as you're getting closer, though it's completely still, you just hear inside, you hear kind of resonating from this hole, like this clicking, just like it is like ticking inside still, and has its servos continuing to move.
Hearing the whir of the servos inside.
Oh, I was about to go, I never knew.
You take the hook,
I'm so happy everyone can see me being this competent.
and in a swift motion, you loop it over the like the top portion, the head of this entity is kind of like tucked down into the body. You loop it over. As the thing begins to twitch, you pull it taut and click the button on the back of it, sending a surge of electricity through it, and all of you down below see suddenly this hole begin to spasm and jolt, and electricity surging around it, that whirring now as it begins to speed to life. You see smoke and rivets on it beginning to glow from the electricity as it extends its shoulders out, its head up, and it begins to fully take form in front of you, blades to the side. This thing is heavily damaged. I'm gonna put, it has a 8-segment harm clock. You have taken 4 segments off of it with just that, but it is not down, but you don't take any retaliation from this. It just is, you just deal a heavy blow to it. It fully extends to about 10 feet in height. Its legs extending out from underneath as it stands in this unnatural gait. It begins to spin around on you, Glass, with its blades now extending.
Can we shoot it?
Now's a great
I
time.
shoot it a lot.
Can we shoot it, please? We were all
Shoot it
ready.
so much.
We shoot it a lot.
Grackle,
Every gun was just pointed up.
We
through
were.
the wall.
We were literally
Every
like,
gun
we've
in the
got your
place.
back. We're on. We're on this. We're ready.
Grackle like throws back her trench coat. She's got twin pistols for short range, and just like
mama.
ga, 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 ga.
Pocket
right.
pistol. Bam. Bam.
Grackle, go ahead and I guess you're hunting.
This is a skirmish because it's short range.
Oh, okay, skirmish.
Ugh.
I need more dramatic music. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm being very dramatic upstairs. Come on.
What's our position effect on this?
You are looking at I don't remember which one. We do use action music so rarely that I don't know which one.
Was it finger guns?
Gun fingers.
Gun fingers.
We're gonna go with this one. Your position is, I don't know if your position's desperate. Your effect is limited.
Oh, well, that sounds to me like I'm marking experience, baby. Later though, right?
Say what?
We mark experience for desperate rolls at the end.
You can do it right away.
You can do it.
I always just do it so I don't forget.
Yeah,
honestly.
better to do it right
Oh.
now so you don't forget, because you
'Cause
mark
you do it
each
every
It's-
time.
yeah, it's not once per session.
Where does it go, right?
It goes
It
in
goes in-
the stat that you're using. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk over
No,
you.
it's okay.
Naughty. That tracks.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna roll it.
Okay, I
Gonna
will
do
remind you. So it's desperate. Effect is limited. So that means if you succeed, you're only marking 1 tick on the clock. If you wish to increase your effect, you have to spend stress for it.
I'll increase my effect. It's 2 stress to do. Yeah.
Yes,
Push yourself is
it'd be 2 stress to push yourself.
Unless somebody wants to assist me on account of the fact that we're all shooting at once.
I'll
That's a
assist you.
thing.
I'll
Yeah.
assist you.
I feel like I should be assisting everyone for free right now.
I have taken the stress. I will assist you.
But how I feel
Awesome.
is not how games work.
Unfortunately
rain of bullets.
not.
Let's do it. That's a 5. Mixed success.
Mixed success. Okay. With a mixed success, I am going to give you I give you reduced effect. No, I'm gonna say I'm really struggling between reduced effect and inflicting some harm on somebody. Here's what I'm going to say. No. So I'm going to mark 2 segments on the clock because you got your normal effect. You got the effect you're looking for. However, you fire at the this hole. You hit it in the leg as it's standing, and it begins to kind of reel around, and you can see like the head that has extended out again and begins to glow with this kind of orangish red light near like the center of this iron mask that's kind of split down the middle. That red light kind of pulses up and down the length of the head as it turns from side to side, kind of like locking on to dangers around it. You can see it was turning and focusing on glass, and as you fire the shot and hit it, it's preternatural speed. It begins to lock on to you, Grackle, but with the damages sustained from glass, its motors functions are jerky and unnatural. It leans forward, the board fractures from underneath it, and it begins to fall out of the hole straight down towards you, Grackle, where you're firing below. Glass, I have to ask you a question. Are you going to hold on to it, or are you letting go?
Is that really a question?
Ride 'em, cowboy.
Nah, I'm holding on to it. I don't want to let it go.
Slim Pickens does the right thing and rides the bomb to hell.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
you both have
downhill
the option.
slalom, baby. Let's go.
I'm going to give. Who's the consequence going for here? It doesn't seem fair to give a negative consequence necessarily to glass right here.
Consequences
harm me, baby,
for
harm
actions?
me, baby, harm me.
I mean, you
Wow.
can. I'll take it.
A serious complication occurs. Yeah, serious complication. I'm going to say it's both of you. You can both roll to resist if you want.
Don't
You have
we-
armor too.
We get to know what it is first, right?
You
can
do.
take armor load.
You're both going to take harm from this. I'm going to say you're both going to take 2 harm.
Oof.
Armor.
Okay, explain
either
to
of
me
you
how
have
armor
armor?
works.
You can expend your armor to avoid a consequence.
I think you have to
I
have armor
believe.
ahead of time, though, don't you?
Yeah.
You can choose to mark it as, if you have it in your equipment, you can choose to mark it out of your gear at this point if you want to expend it.
I don't think I have armor
Yeah, I'm
available
afraid
to
I do
me.
not.
It's at the bottom.
I am double checking with armor.
Like,
If you have a
is it-
type of armor that applies to a situation, you can mark an armor box to reduce or avoid a consequence instead of rolling to resist.
Right. looking at my playbook items and at the standard items, I don't see armor.
Yeah, the
here,
sheet
so...
says you can wear and use armor during scores to resist harm without taking stress. Armor is heavy. Make sure you select load on your inventory tab before wearing armor. It can only be used once. Armor
Oh, do you have
resets
your-
with downtime.
Do you have your loads equipped or just checked off?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody took a heavy load.
Oh, it just counts as 2 load if you do regular armor.
Yeah. I sent a picture in our Discord where it's showing where the armor is.
Yeah.
Well, I know where the armor is. My question is, like, are we allowed to?
Is it
mark
just one of those things
now,
that we
or are
have?
supposed
'Cause in
to
my
have
items,
it
there's- yeah.
beforehand.
armor
As long as so yeah, you might not have it. Not everybody has armor. The no, you can mark it now as because using gear is always reactive in this game. So
Right.
like I'm looking at the hound right now. You have what is your armor under? Oh wait, does everybody have armor? Am I
Everyone
wrong?
has armor. You can just check it off. Check
Okay.
it off when you say you
Gotcha. So yeah,
But it
you-
affects your load.
do. Mm-hmm.
it does. That would take up
2
Two
load.
for regular.
2 of your load if you wanted that, or you can mark if you mark yeah, you would mark that and you would mark to use it. Let me see.
You can. It says you can only use it once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it resets during downtime.
All right.
So if we use it now, that's it for this score. That's it for this job.
Okay. That sounds reasonable. If I am allowed to have armor, I will have armor.
Yes.
All right.
Both of you want to expend your armor for this?
It would be 2 harm otherwise, right?
Yeah, that hurts. 4 is
I'm
dead. So
I'm gonna use it.
I'll do it. Yeah.
All right. So both of you, bam, take the impact. Grackle, the thing slams on top of you. You avoid most of it, but you can feel the heavy metal frame, this 1 ton of machinery crashing down on top of you. Luckily, the armor you're wearing underneath absorbs most of the impact, preventing any fractures or any serious damage. Glass, the same for you. As you hit the ground, absorbs most of the blow, keeping the wind from being knocked out of you. You are also fine, but both of your armor is spent.
I hate to keep derailing.
Sure.
Do we know offhand if there is a way to make the sheets take into account the fact that we have extra load? Because the
You
problem
can
is
go
with,
over your load.
well, the problem is with these no, because I have reached my load and it won't let you select anything else on the sheet once you've reached that. Because it's not taking
Interesting, 'cause
into
y'all
account the
have-
crew upgrade that we have,
That
which
is
gives us 2 extra
true.
slots. So like my load is full, and it like fully anything that would take load, it gives me a big no sign, and I can't click on anything else.
Huh. I'm looking to see if that's something.
Which we don't have to like suss it out right now. I can just remember that I have 2 more, but
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a way to make these sheets take that into account, because it literally won't let me select anything else to check it off. Because I'm normal,
Yeah.
so that would be 5, but with our upgrade, I should have 7.
That's a good question. I don't see an ability to do that offhand. I'll look into that though.
Okay, just wanted to flag it. Thank you.
Yeah. So this machine has crashed down to everybody now is on the first floor as glass goes tumbling to the side, like rolling amidst the gore and carnage down here now too.
Trying so hard to hold on.
Yeah, you're able to hold on because you did not choose to let go of it. That I guess Fume and Salome, if there's anything you want to do to react to the situation.
Shoot her!
I'm going to equip an unusual weapon and fire off a throwing knife that's been modified.
Okay.
Did I use wreck?
Could use wreck.
Because this is an obstacle and I
I I don't think Wreck is going to apply here because you are fighting this thing, and it's not an off. This is a semi-sentient being in front
Okay.
of you.
Could
Unless
I
you
use-
have something that lets you use Wreck instead.
Could I use Wreck to hit the floor above to make it come crashing down?
It already
on-
did.
Well, no, I mean, there's more floor above you. You could
Essentially, I'm just trying to
the
use
rest of the floor. I see.
the detritus to like damage it. Essentially,
Sure.
yay!
I'll allow that. I'll allow that.
Don't worry, it's gonna be cool if it works. If not, it doesn't.
Again, I'm going to put this at limited effect. And
Desperate.
yeah, I'll say desperate.
I'm gonna push.
Are you pushing to give yourself an extra die or to increase the effect?
Give myself an extra die.
Okay.
Push. Cool. That. All right, here we go. A 5 for a mixed success.
Okay. Mixed success on a desperate action is again rough. I'm gonna go. So what does your knife do? Describe to me.
Salome sees Fume pull out a throwing knife and he twists the pommel slightly before throwing it up into the ceiling. There is a before the hilt slams back down and there's an explosion.
Okay.
It's not a big explosion.
Yeah, well, the explosion happens. You see the floor above creaks, shatters, and not only does the floor begin to fall down, a desk slides and begins to crash down towards the ground. I am going to severe harm, serious complication, or reduced effect. Yeah, I'm going to give you severe harm for this, Fume, unless you want to resist.
I'm gonna get armor. No, I have broken leg. I cannot take more hit.
Okay.
What does armor do for harm?
So it can reduce. Now, actually, that is something I need to check here. Serious harm or severe harm would be 3. I believe your armor is 2,
Right,
so you would still take 1 harm from this.
which would be a less effect,
Yes.
which I can clear probably if I do.
Yeah, you
another
should have
turn.
another. You have another space for a
Yeah.
1 harm, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can you can mark that down if you want, because you don't get to roll to resist if you use your armor. So you just take that. So the this bookshelf, or this desk comes crashing down, slams on top of the hull as it's being to stand back up, shattering across. You can see that it's like frame kind of bend underneath it. The piece of the desk closest to you actually crashes down into you, sending you reeling backwards against the wall, again falling into the gore underneath you. I'm going to give you the harm condition battered.
Like a chip.
Yes. However, it does take 1 more tick on its clock, leaving it is very badly off right now. Just kind of sparking and stuttering and trying its best to get back up and get a control of the situation. It still has not managed to recover from Glass's initial ambush. Salome, you say you want to shoot it?
Yeah. What is shoot? Is that skirmish? Is that
at
what
close
is that?
range? That's going to be skirmish.
I have no ticks in that, so may I spend some stress to get
I'll assist you.
dice in that?
I'll
Yeah.
assist you.
So 2 stress. You can take a die. That brings you to 1. Grackle takes the stress. Give you 2 dice on that.
Beautiful.
Once again, this is gonna be limited effect. However, that would be all you need for this if you're able to succeed.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. That's a 1 and a 6.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you for extra dice.
You didn't need my help. The 6 would have been the one.
No, the second dice I picked up was the 6, so thank you. It's all you.
So with that, as it begins to stand and raise a blade up above its head, like it's going to this chopping motion to begin to sweep through this room, with the same carnage that you have seen on display
I like
so far.
to think that Fume has created one of those very fun little like wrist
code
holsters.
pistols where
Yeah, so it just goes and it's just a teeny tiny little thing, but like
Derringer.
it's a little baby derringer that like rests on her wrists, and it comes straight out and pew.
Yeah, you fire this very small gun at
Like a
this
little noisy
large,
cricket, like
and as it hits, it doesn't the shot doesn't have enough to pierce through the armor of this thing, but it hits the gaps in the plane that's being created from the like crushing and everything that's happened so far. Hits, you hear a ricochet inside, and you hear something crack, like it hits something more fragile within the construct. It's telling there's a and you see this like dark, like almost like blackish purple vapor begin to like steam out from inside of it, and it begins like, and as it raises its arms, there's that clicking noise. It's like it slows and slows and then stops, and the hull ceases to make any noise. The light dims, and it has gone inactive. It seems to be disabled.
Grackle shoves it to the ground and starts tearing it apart.
You immediately like,
Fume could use that. Fume could use that.
You begin to body it, and it slams behind you, and you quickly begin to pull the pieces apart, making sure this isn't gonna like reactivate again. I'll say with Grackle like pulling off like the plating in the front, just wrenching it to the side, you can see the gears inside this intricate machinery that runs through the core of its body, and you can see the steam itself seems to be leaking off from the components that power this thing, that run the Leviathan blood like through its core systems that provides it with the electricity and the power that it needs to operate. Nestled within all of that, at the center of this machinery, you see a ruby heartstone at its core.
Rubies are pretty expensive, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's like high-end spirit stone, right?
Oh,
Isn't
yes.
that what Salome has?
That's
The
what
ruby?
Salome has.
What's even worse is this is a newer model hull because it's outfitted with a receptacle for a heartstone.
Yep.
Yeah, I really hope this isn't somebody knows.
I stand up, dust myself off. We stand next to Grackle and look at the ruby. Are you going to take it, or should I?
Like, Grackle's in full Tiger Mom mode. She just like, Kali Ma, grab, yank.
Kalima!
You grab
Okay.
it, rip the heartstone out of it. As you do, you notice something else. The heartstone itself is in good condition. Like it's not fractured or anything. It's in one piece. But
It's in one piece.
God damn it! I can't say those two words together without
Never
it becoming
again.
a thing.
You asked for this.
I know. You notice that the heartstone itself, it is definitely a ruby. The glow at the center of it, like it is active. It does seem like there's a spirit within here, but weaving through that pure like crimson red, in the heartstone is a different color. There's like green flecks almost like floating within it.
She eats it.
Okay.
It's delicious.
Grackle, as you
me
eat
see
the
that.
heartstone,
That's one stone you will not pass, Salome.
I'm like looking. I'm like peeking around. I can't look over her shoulder. She's got to be way taller than me when like peeking around.
I feel like whenever Grackle looks at a heartstone, there's an instinct in her to just check and make sure it isn't anyone she recognizes.
okay. Ooh.
Sit. Like have your dad's initials carved in the back.
What
No!
role?
Hey, baby girl.
What role would you like to make for this?
A tune, probably.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, we'll do it too.
I have 0 in a tune.
Poor Chin. Oh no. Luck roll. Luck roll. Luck roll.
I'm gonna say this would be controlled. It's something you could do again
The
easily.
dramatic music kicked in again. It was very good. Like as she pulls it closer to her face.
Oh, the music changed.
No, it's very good.
No, it's great. Keep it.
I'm gonna say controlled. I'm gonna say standard.
Okay.
Come on, mama.
I will offer you.
Devil's bargain.
I will offer you a devil's bargain.
Good. Okay. Let me hear it.
Really wish I could do this and just not tell you what's gonna happen. You
You
are
can
tuning
be-
to this. I'm gonna keep it vague. You're tuning
can
to
be vague.
this. You are because that's what the action you're taking. You're kind of like opening yourself up to it to try to like find that like connection, to see if it's somebody you would know, somebody you resonate with. You will be opening yourself up for like it's a two-way street.
Oh, fuck.
You may be able to recognize it. Anything else connected to this crystal might be able to recognize you.
I'm gonna push this roll
Okay. Instead
so
of
that
taking the
I'm
devil's
not
bargain.
rolling, 2 and taking the lower.
Okay.
I hit this button. I hit this button.
So you are not taking the devil's bargain for that.
Oh, what's the difference? What do I get out of a devil's bargain?
You get an extra die.
Oh, well, never mind. I'm taking it. I'm taking the devil's bargain.
Okay.
Do you want some help?
Are you allowed to get help on a devil's bargain?
So yeah. So devil's bargain replaces your ability to push yourself. Somebody
Okay,
else can still
but I can-
assist you.
But I can still get help.
Yeah.
I'll take help.
I help.
As a player, I'm accepting help. Grackle is kind of in her own head at the moment.
Glass has inserted themselves into the situation, for sure.
Okay.
It's just come around and is like, I know about ghosts.
I know stuff.
Take another
tell
die.
me- Tell me position effect.
I would say controlled. I'm going to say standard effect.
Roll standard. How do I add an extra die to this after it hit devil's bargain? Like, do I?
In the same way you would push yourself. It should just. I don't know.
It'll just let me hit devil's bargain or push myself. I'll roll a physical dice. it's not letting
You're
me-
trying to add for the assist roll too, or is that what you're
Yes.
trying to add for? So somebody else on the call can click the assist teammate button and give
Understood.
you that extra
Where's
die.
that button?
But if you want to roll physical dice, you can. It's
Oh,
like-
assist teammate. Fuck me. There it
I'm
is.
all for learning how this. Yay! Oh, look!
I'm there. I'm in there.
Hey.
And I can even see if your dice was the one that made it good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright, let's roll.
Oh, that's
Let-
great.
Let's roll it. That's a mixed success.
Yes, it is.
I feel like for the last game, my
Wait, so
catchphrase
should you
was
not
"I am
have?
an."
How many? Because your tune was 0, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Oh, no, okay. So you would have
Yeah.
rolled 2, take
I
the
took the-
lower with the
yeah,
devil's
I
bargain.
took
It's one
the-
dice. Okay,
Yes.
I got there.
Yep, we got there. I feel like my catchphrase for the last game was "I am an easy problem to solve." My catchphrase for this game is "I made this problem for myself."
that's
I
fair.
made this for you.
Grackle, as you hold this in your hand, you're hit with a sense of familiarity, a memory of, first have it be from your perspective or this person's perspective. I'm going to say it's from this person's perspective of looking up at a younger Grackle, probably, I guess maybe like early teens,
Like 14, 15.
Yeah, while you are on horseback, and they are teaching you how to ride. And you are currently walking along trotting along a cobblestone walkway. You can see the barrier in the distance, the arcane, like the fencing is very faintly in the distance. They can see it like over you a bit, in front of a large manor house. And they're looking at you, and you feel the sense of like happiness to come with like the wide grin on your face from one of the from learning this and having this experience, and they seem to be happy as well. There's a call from the house, and the memory ends.
I think since Glass is assisting with this role, they're the only person who sees this. You watch an expression cross Grackle's face that you've never seen before. And it's the glassiness in the eyes of trying to hold back tears. But the face is furious.
As that is happening, it probably has been like, I don't know, has like touched like Grackle's arm, or like this, like the hand that's holding the stone, or whatever, like clocks that, knows what kind of person Grackle is. So just very, they're just almost imperceptibly just like a squeeze of the hand, like acknowledging you right now. And then immediately takes over, so everyone is looking at them instead of Grackle. Is there anything else we can get from this thing? Should we be moving forward?
Fume? Anything useful?
Everything, honestly, it's a specially combat designed hull. It's all useful. The clockwork is something I have never seen before, and I've seen a lot.
You have 5 minutes to get the most important things, and we need to get the fuck out of here. I don't know
Someone
how
look.
long we can delay the bells, but this was a slaughter.
I
So we
haven't.
don't have much time.
Ooh.
Grackle, do you want to see what else is up the stairs?
Val had
That
a thing.
stone is going into her jacket, and she'll just like robotically like go up the stairs.
I'm gonna give one other thing here too. Fume, you're probably looking over the
Give me that maker's mark. Stab me in the heart.
That's a good question. That's something I might. I don't think you see it. There's no maker's mark on it that you're able to immediately identify, but there are elements of this that may be familiar to you with some time to study them. You do notice something. The blades themselves seem to be treated with some sort of oil. There's like a sheen to them, some sort of like compound on the blades.
I will take out a fine set of reckon tools and get to work dismantling what I can.
Okay.
Really quick, is there like so on planes? Do you know about planes?
I've heard about them. Yeah.
On most flights, there is something called a black box, which records audio transmissions from tower to the plane, blah blah blah. Would combat affinity hulls have this sort of black box?
Is it the spirit stone?
I mean, the closest thing I can think of would be
The spirit stone. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll a tinker now to see how much of this I can salvage.
Yes. Okay. Roll tinker, and I will say
minus a dice for batter. No, it's less effect.
yeah, it's reduced effect. You have 2 reduced effects right now.
I'm hurting.
Yeah, so this would be controlled and standard again. You could do this with a standard effect. Your 2 reduced effects would make your effect 0.
So if I push myself, then I can make it.
Well, you know what? I will not count your broken leg towards this.
Yeah, it's just standing and doing things.
Yeah. The battered, I think, is kind of like you've been hit really hard. You're a little dazed.
I'm concussed.
Yeah. So I won't count the leg. So we'll just reduce it once. Okay.
Everybody's got a double bargain tonight. I'll take a double bargain.
Devil's bargain. Okay.
Let's make some complications for everyone.
Devil's bargain.
Yeah, we get to contribute if we think of a fun one, right?
Yeah. If you have one that you like.
I don't. I was just throwing that out to everyone else who's smarter than me.
You stop that.
What are you specifically trying to accomplish?
Trying to take apart the hull.
To take apart.
I'm just trying to get like the best bits off the hull, essentially. On fail, death instant.
Yeah, and it's because
You
it's not an
find the
on fail thing.
self-destruct button.
Because the
It's
devil's bargain
already
is
been
this is something
praised.
that's gonna happen, regardless. It's not a non-fail thing. So like with Grackle and Devil's Bargain, that has taken effect,
Gotcha.
even though Grackle succeeded. So it's something that's going to happen no matter what, if you decide to accept it. I am going to say Fume. If you begin to pull this thing apart, my devil's bargain is does that seem right? Hold on, I'm rethinking that.
Well, what is it?
I was gonna say there's a chance that there might be something inside that might not that might be dangerous.
Oh, like a failsafe.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, let's offer that as the devil's bargain. That's something you're gonna have
take
to contend with. Okay.
no hesitation, baby.
Oh!
Critical success.
Damn. Okay.
I know my hulls.
You begin to take this expertly. Begin to dismantle this. As you're like it increases your effect. You're able to get a lot of this out of there. I will say with the critical success, I'm at least going to give you the heads up on this. As you take apart the pieces, you're noticing that you get to kind of more the core of the construct, and you recognize something not too dissimilar from what you initially were planning on sending in here in a small box. There's a small like incendiary device at the center of it. It has already been activated. It seems to be going on a timer. With your critical success, you have maybe you have less than 10 minutes until it goes off.
We need to leave now. There's a self-destruct function, and it has been activated. I give us 10 minutes.
It's plenty of time.
Right.
Oh, no.
I'm doing a sweep. I want to see what's up. I want to see what's up. I want to see what's...
Most of what was up
Before
is
we
now
lose
down.
all this.
Most of what was up is now down after
Great.
the desk is down here. So yeah, you can sort through that.
Fume's just gonna grab Salome's arm real quick, and it is a very... The first time in a while you've seen Fume serious.
Oh, damn.
I think Glass's lack of survival instinct is really evident right now.
I'm just gonna give her a warning that whoever sent this thing in here, if it was taken out, it's not supposed to be found.
Meaning?
The charge set in this would destroy the creature entirely.
Well, then I'm glad you've got parts of it.
What do you want to roll? You want to do like a survey?
Yes, I think.
It's essentially a fiery cyanide pill.
Yeah, and you notice this thing that, and I'll tell you this with the crit. This bomb was essentially, it seems like it was set to be activated on the creature being on the hull being destroyed or rendered inoperable. So yeah,
No witnesses.
yeah,
We've got the stone out of it, though.
you do. So survey.
Me.
We're gonna go with risky and standard on this one.
5.
5. Okay. I'm gonna say you can push it to go again with a desperate action if you want. But you're running low on time.
Say that again. Sorry.
You can go for a desperate because I
Or
gave you
desperate action.
standard. You can try this again if you want to try to go for a 6. But that's gonna take up a lot of your time here.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay,
Do it.
go and roll again.
We're reaching the end, right? Should I push myself?
It's up to you.
Fly high, young Icarus. Fly high.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And hope we just immediately go home after this, because that leaves me with 1 stress box.
Hey, Glass, did you pay your taxes? When stress box ticks.
I rolled a 1 and a 6.
You
So
okay.
1. No, so
With a
6.
6, you survey the room very quickly. You're sorting through pieces of broken desk, furniture, blood, viscera, body parts.
Glass literally pushes aside the broken leg of a chair the same way they are pushing aside somebody's intestines. It is not. It's just it's full business mode.
There's even
It's
a broken
business
leg
time.
in there with a broken leg of the chair.
Human leg, desk, chair leg. Don't give a shit.
You find it in the desk, actually, in the wreckage of the desk. What seemed like it was probably like a hidden compartment or something within the desk, no longer hidden. You find a box, essentially like a small case. It is it's just black wood, nothing too fancy or ornamental about it on the outside.
Is it locked or anything, or can I just?
No, it's not locked.
Yeah, I'll just pop it open immediately.
You pop it open. Inside is a scroll case. And there are also some ledgers as well. Or there's a letter in here too.
I'm going to take those out of the box. I'm gonna put them away, and then I'm going to take the box and throw it against the wall as hard as I can to bust it up and make it look like it's part of the wreckage.
Okay. You hear that ticking from inside the machinery.
I've got it. I found it.
Fume, you're pretty sure you have less than a minute left.
Let's
Ouch.
go.
Okay. You all go rushing towards the exit. Fume with a broken leg.
Grackle can pick him up and throw him over her shoulder.
A flock of grackles just picks him up by the shirt.
Fireman or princess?
Goodbye.
Princess, please, I feel pretty right now.
But Princess Carrie is actually
considering-
just the birds picking him up and carrying him away.
For the consequences of pushing this, I do want a team roll to see if you can get out of here in time.
Of what? What are we rolling?
It looks like I'm gonna have to jump.
What is this? Run. What is run?
The other guy,
Prowl?
aim for the bush.
Probably looking at finesse.
Prowl is climb, swim, run, jump, and tumble.
Oh, there you go. Climb,
Yeah.
swim, run, jump, tumble.
Which one is skedaddle?
Prowl.
That's Prowl.
It's Prowl, yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Then.
It's run and prowl.
Who's leading this teamwork action? Who's got the lowest stress?
Grackle.
Mom.
It's me.
Mom.
I'll lead.
Holy crap.
Another 5.
4.
4 with reduced effect since broken leg.
You.
You're the only one that fails on
No!
every time, which is fine. So the highest was a 5. Okay. You all hear that ticking from behind you. You Grackle carrying Fume running towards the exit. Fume's a lot heavier than he looks.
It's all the gear.
Is he now?
Could I add a little bit of flair to it?
Sure.
If we've fully passed, right?
Mixed success.
You got a mixed success.
Mixed success? Okay. Never mind.
He's
Okay.
he's over Grackle's shoulder so he can
Yeah.
see what we're running from.
RJ, sweetie, I don't
I-
think we need any more spice on this one.
I was gonna say Fume throws like his bomb on the ground, and as they leave the tunnel, he clacks it to collapse the tunnel so they don't get backblasted.
Hey, you're trying to blast a blast?
There's no way that's going to be anything but
That's a double
worse for
negative.
y'all.
It just implodes.
Cancel. All right. You know what?
Yeah,
Forget it.
negative energy.
You go rushing towards the down the corridor as you're hearing that ticking from behind you. You reach the gondola. You're reaching the stairs leading down to the shattered remnants of the gondola. The door is closed.
Can I
because
do
you all
something?
yes.
So I have this cool ability called Tempest, and there's about to be an explosion underneath the city. Can I, because I can summon like a big crack of thunder, can I try to do that at the same time the explosion goes off to buy us some more time to get the fuck out of here?
Do you have enough stress available to push yourself?
Oh, what a question.
Because I think you have to push yourself to do that.
Shit. No. Never mind.
Oh, if it isn't the consequences of our
Never
own
mind,
actions.
never mind.
You,
Hey,
Hey,
too high.
if that's the worst thing that happens to me today, I'll fucking take it.
you all go rushing. The door is closed in front of you. A couple of you have keys now. However,
I'll
you
do
hear,
it. Grackle's carrying Fume.
You hear from behind you the sound of a crashing noise, followed by a and you see light beginning to erupt from the darkened hallway behind you.
Go now,
A wall of flame is coating the interior, coating the sides of the tunnel towards you. Glass, you have you run forward, slide the key in to open the doorway. All of you beginning to rush outside
Into the water.
All of you are going to take a harm unless you want to roll to resist.
I'm gonna protect Fume and take his harm for him.
Okay. Does anyone else rather take the harm or the stress?
I haven't used my armor.
Oh, that's a good point. Would armor help with fire? I need a good justification for that because I don't know if the armor would help in that case.
It would help against the detritus that's getting flung at you.
Well, this is like an incendiary bomb. It's not necessarily
Oh.
explosive force. This is like napalm.
Will
Well, but like
take
that extra layer, I would think would help against that.
Am I
Napalm-
allowed to protect literally everyone?
No!
I'll take
And
it.
take-
You
I
all
don't
in
think
my
you would
trench coat.
I don't
No,
think
it's
you'd
okay.
survive
It's okay.
that.
No, it's okay. I got it. I'll take it. It's fine.
It's not gonna be a lot of harm.
18
it's just,
harm.
just 3 harm.
You
No.
just looked all of us in the face and said, like napalm, and then we're like, it won't be that bad.
I'll take the less effect crispy. So
Crispy,
What's the
lightly fried.
lightly fried.
what's the rules on resisting? You roll like your
Lowest.
No, you
your-
roll the one that is
Oh.
applicable to the roll. So let me do it. So we're doing prowess because it is consequences from physical strain or injury.
yeah.
So
Technically I can resist both of these because it says right here. separate
yeah, you roll to
consequences instead of
resist
your
them
teammate
separately. So
May resist. You have to spend stress to do so.
the stress comes from how well you do on the roll.
Right.
Because
got
yeah,
it.
it subtracts, remember?
It's been a minute or two, y'all. I got
So
it.
you're gonna suffer.
If I try to resist, trauma is imminent.
Yeah, you're either gonna you essentially have to decide, Glass, whether you want the harm or the trauma.
I could.
It's one harm, yeah?
I'm gonna say it's I'm gonna say 2 harm.
I'm gonna take the harm.
I'm taking yours, Fume.
I could potentially heal stress off of this, though.
I feel like this is about to end.
Yeah, I feel like
and-
we're about to go home.
Yeah.
This is the finale.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take the harm because I haven't
I'll
taken
take
any.
the harm too. Same.
What is this, burned or
Yeah, I'm gonna do burned.
burned?
For both of
It's
you.
Crispy
too
and
hard, right?
exhausted.
It's 2 harm. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna resist at least one of these, and depending on how that goes, I might resist again.
Okay, let's do. So you're gonna take. You essentially take 6 stress, but we reduce it by the number you roll on the die. So go and roll your prowess.
Yeah, I would literally.
Let's
I
get some
don't know
good
this.
rolls.
I would.
from Grackle.
I would have to roll a 6.
Yeah.
Or I'm in trauma land. So
I've got 2 dice on this one because I've got prowl and skirmish.
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
That's a 6. So you reduce that one
Mama!
entirely, avoiding
Yes!
all
Resisting-
consequences.
I'll resist
Yeah.
again for the second.
All right, go to roll to resist again on prowess. If you get on
Six.
Scott,
Oh my god!
Yeah!
Mama bear.
Mama bear!
Grackle. So
MVP.
Glass and
She's
Salome,
so powerful.
The 2 of you manage to get around the corners. You get like that, like the flames scorch you on the side as you just roll out of the way, like getting to the 2 sides of the doorway.
I'm trying to like.
Grackle.
But I
with
shove
Fume-
Salome like to the other side, so we're like.
Yeah, Grackle with Fume overhead just dives forward into the canal, and just as fire scorches overhead.
And makes it out
into
before the
water.
eels start to try to eat
Yes,
him.
it makes it out before the eels start to eat you. They're not that aggressive. These aren't like
They got
man-eating
scared off by
eels.
the explosion. Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
both of you just see the fire overhead through the water.
Fume is floating there, and in his head, he goes, "Yep, that's me. I bet you're wondering how I got here." It all started.
And that
I
is
pull
the
you out
end
of the
of
canal
our
like a wet cat.
that is the end of our score for y'all have succeeded. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I'm trying. Glass already has like a bunch of scars and stuff, so it's like trying to put Salome out. Like I'm it's fine. A couple more scars aren't gonna hurt me. Like putting her out. Take my jacket off.
You both have a real nice side shave now.
I need a milk bath for more than one reason now.
It took me so long to grow that pixie cut out. You alright?
Never better.
Pouring canal water out of her 10-gallon hat.
Do we have any
Peel
aloe?
drops out.
Back at the lab.
We're gonna need it. Especially if you're gonna keep that from scarring.
I could cook something up.
This is my money maker, please.
It's alright. It'll heal.
Also, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before blue coats show up.
Yep, we keep running.
We just go. We
Yeah.
go.
Fume is
We're moving.
holding on to Grackle.
About the time you get back to the jewelry box, you begin to hear the bells.
I can hear the bell.
And we all go into the jewelry box, sit down, and pour some drinks. And I reach into my protected pocket, and I take the scroll case. And I just
That's
set it on
really
the
why
table.
you turned.
I just set it on the table. And then I flick the letter onto there too.
Letter first. Always read the card first.
Yeah, it's a very short letter, essentially addressed to the wraiths, requisitioning them for a job. It gives the details of where and when they can find the oh god, I have to go all the way back to session 1 notes. It gives a date and time. Where is it? Targeting a brothel in the night market called the Honey Bowl. And the details on gives a description of a Leviathan hunter captain that will be visiting that brothel at that time.
Does that description sound like a Leviathan captain
No.
that we know? Okay.
No, different one. Saying they will be carrying a map, essentially, that the wraiths were tasked to steal. A job that you heard about, Salome, back a few months ago, from your I think from Jade and Florence were talking about it. It details the coin, and then essentially that they will paid up front for a portion for their expenses, and then once they will then purchase the map at a later date for another figure, which is listed there for a lot of coin. And it is signed by the Baron. The date that sale was supposed to be taking place is today.
Salome hands the letter to Grackle.
I'm opening the case.
You find in the case you find a rolled up, essentially it looks like almost like a booklet. It kind of like, I don't think you've ever seen one of these before, but as you look over it, it's a map book. it is it's kind of like waterproofed on the edges, like this leather wrapping that is treated to keep from absorbing water. It kind of like the leather like wraps around the outside. You can open it up and you see very detailed maps that are oh sorry, the map case, I should say that first, is monogrammed the name of a that says Storm Palace on the front, which you would probably, one of you would at least recognize as name of a Leviathan hunting ship, one of the ships. And the interior shows Leviathan hunting sites with dates set for the upcoming season. And essentially, it details where certain Leviathan movements, what they will be next year.
Is this essentially like Leviathan migration routes?
No,
No.
there's no known way to identify
this.
migration routes. Like, they don't operate under like the way Leviathans move and where they show up is entirely random. So it makes it so difficult and dangerous as they show up at anywhere at any time. They don't have like a set migration that ships would be able to follow.
But this book is predicting where they're gonna be?
Yeah.
Sounds supernatural to me.
Doing this.
Sold to the right person, this could make them quite the profit.
Yeah, sold to the right person, this book would be worth a fortune.
This is worth twice its weight in gold.
Well, while the rest of you decide where our ill-gotten goods are going to be allocated, I'm going to study this. And Fume is hefting one of the blades that he got. There's a alchemical substance on it that interests me quite a bit.
Keep us posted.
Oh, I'll
Bring
also
up
be
some
working.
Lilo.
Yeah, well, next best thing.
We can't just sell this.
No. I would very much like to know how it was made. Wouldn't you?
Yes. We're going to make a lot of money.
And someone else isn't. Looks to Grackle.
He's quietly folding that letter.
Who's it from?
Grackle slides it back across the table to Salome.
The Baron.
Well, we happen to know that recently he's made friends with the Dimmer sisters. Who knows what else he's got his fingers in.
Grackle's going to conspicuously pull out that spirit stone, put it on the table, and look at glass. What's wrong with it?
What do you mean?
She gestures to like the green flecks.
Ah.
I've never seen anything like that before.
I can try to connect with whatever's inside. If you want.
That hand goes possessively over it.
Or I can do some reading, see if I come up with anything similar.
Curtain on.
All right.
That stone goes back in that jacket.
If you change your mind, you know where to find me. I'll ask around a couple of friends that might know a thing or two. Obviously without your name attached. Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm going to drink quite a lot and pass out and sleep for 2 days.
We've earned it.
Do you think we can find something to eat that's not mushrooms?
From upstairs, just hear Fume. I could get out the grill and we could do some eel.
After what we saw today, I don't know if I'll be having eel for a while.
Mushrooms it is.
Quite right.
Grackle's standing up and heading for the door, straightening her hat. And I feel like there is like a wordless agreement between her and Salome that when she heads for the door, if Salome needs anything, this is her opportunity.
How's your antsiness?
Satisfied.
Is there something we move on?
I don't know yet.
Waiting is generally a rational idea. Gather more intel.
That's your decision, Miss Salome.
Always looking for your input.
My input is rather predictable. But that's why I defer to you.
I think this is something we can work with.
Yeah.
Always go for the pocketbook first.
In my experience, that's where it hurts them worst.
We'll talk.
That hat goes down, and she's out the door.
Glass has gone behind the bar and pulled something particularly expensive and strong. 2 glasses puts one. Whatever, I don't know. What does Salome like to drink?
Port.
Port. All right. 2 glasses. Pour some for Salome. Pour some for themselves. Has kicked boots up onto the table. So, Grackle has beef with the Baron. Are you going to tell me, or should I find out on my own?
That's a conversation for Grackle. There are very few people whose secrets I will not divulge on their behalf. But, as you should know, You, Fume, and Grackle are among them.
Fair enough. I'm going to find out either way. I'm just giving you the opportunity to put your context in.
Grackle has a very particular set of skills. She could most assuredly utilize them more frequently outside of our work relationship. She reserves them, however, due to an arrangement we have. Less instant gratification, more total devastation.
So if I were to pursue the offer that he gave me to perhaps speak outside of the Dimmer Sisters' estate, that could be beneficial.
Extremely.
All right. Picks up the glass. To new friends.
To delayed gratification.
That, I think, is something we all use in our line of work.
So, before, oh yeah, do you have something, Fume?
Sorry, if we're doing closing vignettes,
Yeah.
Fume is upstairs in his room. He has put the blade down to rest against his alchemical workbench. He walks over to his bed and reaches underneath the pillowcase and pulls a book. It just simply reads diary on the top. He puts that on top of his workbench and flips to a specific page. And over the shoulder, you can see, like in filigree, the text that reads Mendacium Vitae. And he starts pulling out vials, syringes, ingredients from the shelf. And at the end of it, pulls on 2 leather gloves and just says, "Well, let the operation begin, I guess."
All right. All that coming to a close on our score. Before we move on to downtime stuff, do you want to take a quick break?
I need to pee.
Okay, we'll do a quick break,
that's
and then we'll wrap up our session. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thanks everyone for joining us. We have a planned break this time. We're doing it on our terms.
This will be a short one, though.
This will be a short one. So we'll be back in a few minutes after we've refreshed a little bit, and we'll finish our session. So we'll see you real soon. Welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out. This way we took our second break. We're gonna finish up our session here. So we're gonna go ahead and do our payoff stuff, downtime. That'll probably get us through the rest of the session. But if we have time and y'all want to do any free play stuff, we can do that too. I imagine a lot of you are just going to be indulging your vice on your downtime and or seeking medical attention. So let's go and start with the biggest thing. You succeed on your job, so
Woohoo!
you get your covert drops.
Yeah!
Arcing
mark
it
that.
on the sheet.
Nice. Which does mean you'll get additional coin for this job too, because I believe we
Medically
set it up-
applies.
Espionage or sabotage.
and we set it up as a sabotage, and you did kind of sabotage. So we'll start with the payoff. First of all, your crew earns 2 rep by default, and then additional rep If the target was higher than you in tier, let me check the wraiths. They're tier 2, so you got 1 additional rep for that. So 3 rep
3
total.
Man. Can't wait to see how much heat we generated on this motherfucker.
Oh boy. Next coin. Now, initially, if y'all had decided not to pursue the infiltrating the wraiths and all of that, a coin I was gonna you would have gotten 6 coin. I'm giving you 8 coin because of the additional stuff you've got. You will get 2 more coins to get a total of 10 coin for this job.
Woo!
I will opt to take 2 coin now and then receive an additional coin on the next job.
Okay, so you want to do
because it's 10
we can
and
put
we're
some
4 people.
Well, we
Oh,
can
yeah,
put
we
some
can
of
do
it in the vault too.
Yeah.
Let's put 2 in the vault.
2 in the vault and then 2 each. Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Nice.
Because I think your your
Oh
vaults
yeah,
are
because we're
empty.
spent because we tiered up. So
Yeah.
the crew has no coin currently.
Yeah. So good that you do that. So everybody gets 2 coin and then the crew gets 2 coin. Good start. Now let's talk about heat. Oh buddy.
Wasn't
Let's
exactly quiet now, was it?
let's go through our options. 0 heat, smooth and quiet, low
Yeah.
exposure.
Mm-hmm.
2 heat, contained, standard exposure. 4 heat, loud and chaotic, high exposure. 6 heat, wild, devastating exposure.
Now, in our defense, the wild shit was
Was it-
not us.
And
Yeah,
it was an
let's-
underground explosion.
Yeah, that's
So we didn't
was
really
gonna
get
be
to
my point.
hear how.
Can I tell you something about structural integrity and sewers?
Yeah, but nobody saw us.
No,
Also,
that's not
was
the
not
case.
Was not you weren't in a sewer. You were in it was
Like a
it was
little
not it was a canal tunnel. Like
Okay.
yeah. But
Did
it's still
anyone see us?
there's still some structural stuff there. But I know there was some question. I think you had put something about like methane and stuff in there. I just want to be clear. It wasn't
Cool,
wasn't
cool,
necessarily
cool.
a sewer.
Did anyone see us? Is there
well,
any way that we're connected to this?
I mean, the guy who punched the
Yes.
bird lady.
there is always if you get a the conceit with this game is unless you are actively trying to like never be found out for this, then you don't get rep if nobody knows that you did it.
True.
So people will
It's-
always know that you did it.
It's Skyrim horse logic.
Yes. Yeah.
The horse is the witness.
But also Grackle took a devil's bargain that potentially exposed y'all for some of this.
Whoopsie.
And there were members of the wraiths that you did interact with.
It's fine. It's not like I met a assassin who said I shouldn't be drawing attention to myself.
So I don't think it's 6 heat.
God, I
as
hope
the
not.
base. I can't decide whether we start at 2 or 4. It was pretty, I would say the stuff that happened was crazy, but it was contained. Like this wasn't you weren't doing this in a public street, shooting up places. Like
We weren't yelling like we're Thug Malone and the Suggins gang.
Yeah. So I think we can start at 2 for contained standard exposure.
Cool.
Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
We add +1 heat for a high profile or well connected target. This isn't really it wasn't really a high profile target. Your target here. Obviously, this ended up involving somebody who's high profile, well connected, but that wasn't your target for the job. So I won't add for that. Add +1 heat if the situation happened on hostile turf. It did. By default, it did. So that brings us to 3. And then add +1 heat if you're at war with another faction, you're not. And then add +2 heat if killing was involved, whether the crew did the killing or not. Bodies draw attention.
Oh, it's that caveat.
Whoa. All of those bodies were torched by napalm. Burnt to ashes.
I don't know if spirit stones burn, boy.
There's also bodies floating in the canal.
Oh shit, the bodies in the canal. Oops.
But yeah, and also, there are some stones there too, and yeah, all that. So we're gonna go with 5 heat total.
Woo! We had 6 left. So
Oh,
we
one.
we've got one great little heat tick left, so we are not adding a haunted level.
Might be what we use our extra downtime thingy.
Let's send
on
Grackle to
reduce
jail
heat. The skews?
to reduce our heat.
That reduces your wanted level. Not
Oh.
Yeah.
but good try. There are other ways.
But yeah, but yeah, let's send Grackle to jail. Just
Oh
for
crap!
fun.
It's payday tactics. Got it.
You can reduce your heat with downtime actions though, so
Yes.
that is good to know. So yeah, we did not roll over, so that's good. We don't have to worry about incarceration, unless y'all want to reduce your wanted level, unless you're really concerned about it and you want to send someone to jail. I know that's why y'all have Cobb in the vault right now.
Yep.
Just your patsy. All right. So we're not gonna worry about that. You don't need to worry about prison claims.
Yeah, we got to do something about this heat.
I
Yeah.
do have to roll for an entanglement, and y'all are at 6+ heat.
Woo! Okay.
We're at 8 out of 9.
So I am gonna let y'all know with the 6+ heat, the options are
Nasty.
flipped or interrogation. Which flipped is one of your PC rivals arranges for your contacts patron. Essentially,
And one of your rivals.
one
flips
of
on you.
one of your rivals flips on you and is now like actively working against you. Are loyal to another faction. Interrogation is they question. They round up one of the PCs to question them about the crew's crime. So one of you would be interrogated.
All of those are bad.
Well, that's just that's the lowest level. The next level would be demonic notice or show of force. Demonic notice is a demon approaches with the crew with a dark offer.
That
Show
doesn't
of,
sound like a downside.
That sounds really cool.
that it is sure. Y'all can act like it. Y'all can see the silver lining with that. Could go really bad though. Show of force is a faction of negative status with makes a play against your holdings, and you either have to give up one claim or go to war.
Ooh,
We
ouch.
just got this claim.
Yeah, ouch. Ooh.
And then 6 is arrest.
Send Grackle to jail.
So I'm gonna roll a fortune roll for this and see what y'all get.
I don't know if higher is better in this case.
No, it is not.
We usually roll high on these.
5.
Ooh.
That's the bargain.
That is either demonic notice or show of force.
I like that one. I like that one.
So either a demon or somebody tries to, or you have to.
There's
go to
no
war with
way I
somebody
haven't
who's a clone.
attracted the presence of a demon at this point. I summon a
Summon-
ghost like
Demon
every other
book,
day.
summoning all the ghosts, some other
Yeah.
demonic book up in my bedroom. Who knows?
Yeah, so we'll find out after we get through downtime.
Oh yeah.
Which one I decide to do there.
Oh.
Oof.
Come on.
Oh man, I'm so glad we got to the 6+ heat.
They're so good.
Ones. Let's see. Yeah, because y'all's one level's because I rolled 1 die. Y'all's running level is 1, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I'm supposed to roll a number of dice equal to your 1 level.
Yes. And we're at 1.
So, alrighty, did that one. So we have downtime now. Downtime activities. So, easy downtime stuff. Does anyone have anything?
Indulging vice.
Indulging vice.
All right.
Yeah, we're all gonna do that.
Yeah, so we won't belabor the point there. Indulging your vice, you're gonna roll your weakest quality. You're gonna roll your weakest attribute out of insight, prowess, or resolve. And we'll clear stress equal to the highest die result. So do it one at a time, or all of you can go. I don't care.
Yeah. I got a 4. I get to clear 4.
Cool.
I got a 5. I got to clear 5.
I got a 6.
Oh, nice.
You know, it's not out of the question that I could overindulge here.
You do well.
Did you overindulge?
No, I haven't rolled yet. I'm just saying it's a possibility.
It's possible because you have
Okay.
4,
Anyway,
right?
rolling. 2. I'm
no, because
good.
you roll like crap. So it's never possible with Grackle.
Yay!
Oh boy. Let's see. Grackle, you're
Yeah, I hit the wrong button.
Oh, I was like, God, was your stress really that high?
Yeah, I was figuring that out. I'm down at 2 now. Okay.
Okay. Oh, so everyone's in a pretty good place. The highest is 3.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. Okay. So that's 1 action for everyone off the board. Awesome. Everyone gets a second one too for free, and then we've got 1 free one floating out there.
Unless you want to spend coin.
Unless you want to spend coin. That's another option. So
Which I
Healing.
might do.
Also healing.
okay, let's talk about recovery then. So recovery is a long-term project. So what you are going to do, we do have a contact who can provide medical treatment, assuming that Grackle is willing to point everybody in the direction of
I already know about him.
Melvier.
Mm-hmm.
As
Beautiful.
long as we're willing to share that, then yeah, and obviously Fume, you already knew.
I mean, those two have like level 2 burns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Grackle absolutely takes them
For-
to Melvier for
For
some aloe vera.
for a story beat, would you like to wait until I roll my crafting check?
Sure. I have a story beat as well, and it involves Melvier, so
If
You
you're
can
Come
only
willing
along
do-
to-
for the ride, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't care either way. If y'all want to do it narratively, or if y'all just want to, we just want to go ahead and roll for it.
Because I
Yeah,
wish to craft my special formula, Val.
Okay. Which one's your special formula?
That is the one we talked about with the fudge. Sorry. I pinned it. It's the tier 2 quality consumable that we talked about. The special
I'm going to our. Is this in our chat?
yeah, it's pinned.
Oh right. Oh right.
And because I have the alchemist feature, I'm going to be making it at level 2.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to go and do that, because that might help with their harm.
Okay. Here we go. 6 is a success.
Woo!
Yeah, that is a success.
I'm gonna spend a coin to make it a tier 3 item.
Damn.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that would have any additional effect
Oh, would it? Oh, if it doesn't, then I'll.
because it's a
hold.
tier 2 item, so you only need tier 2 to get there.
Right.
uh,
Oh, okay. That's how that works. Got it.
Yeah. Essentially, if you got a partial success and you were at a tier 1 item, then you could spend the coin to bump it up to actually make a tier 2. So yeah, you could make, so you make 3 uses of that. So if you wanted to, you could go ahead and expend some uses of it now, or you can let them do their heal actions, see where they get to, and then odds are it's up to you which one you want to do.
I'd like to test it on myself first because I never give product to people I haven't first tested.
That's fair. Do you want to describe or tell everybody what this is and what it does?
It is my special formulae for being a leech. It is called Mendacium Vitae. It's a tier 2 quality consumable, and it reduces an existing harm by 1 level, potentially removing it. The
Ooh.
drawback is that it's volatile and it makes you woozy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You have to-
the drawback is volatile woozy, which is a level 1 harm.
But this is very good for if you have like 2 or 3 damage on you.
Yeah, it wouldn't be great for reducing a 1 to 0, but again, you can try to resist that consequence, and if you resist it, or you can resist that consequence and take the stress instead, like you can with anything. So that's how the alchemical formulas work.
Which I'm going to do
Potentially make it a
to
more efficient recovery.
effectively heal my broken leg.
Do it.
Is your broken leg a 2 still, or is it
It's a 1 now because
Okay.
I did some healing checks.
Okay, yeah, if you want to spend it on that, try it out.
Do it.
So you spend your first use of it, and then do you want to resist the drawback on it?
I'm going to resist the drawback.
Okay, so for this one, let me check with resistance stuff. I think
It's a good thing we're getting this out of the way now.
we're gonna do I think it would be resolve for mental strain or willpower. Well, no, I guess woozy is more of a physical thing, wouldn't it be? Yeah, we'll do prowess.
Okay.
Physical strain or injury.
Mixed success with
So-
a 4. Or,
Yeah, so you're gonna suffer 2 stress.
got it. And it added it in automatically. Thanks. When we're
Oh,
multiverse.
that's great.
Yeah, so you don't take, you get to remove the harm that you had.
Yay.
Your formula successfully gets rid of that, heals your leg, and you're able to resist the consequence.
He would have asked Glass to supervise.
Yeah, I'll do it.
And you just see Fume pour this amber liquid onto his leg, and effectively there's no more scarring. It looks like he has his pant leg rolled up. He steps on it, jumps on it. Ta-da!
I have to say, well done.
Yes, I've had a lot of time to perfect this one. It might leave you a little punch drunk, but if you're on the verge of death, there's nothing better.
That's nothing
a
new
little
for
bit
most of
of-
us anyway.
A little bit of false life gets you far.
Well done.
I need a drink.
I can't wait to use this on
So do I.
Grackle, and she gets woozy as fuck.
Hey, you little shit.
I'll even get the nice scotch and not say anything to Salome.
Oh, thank you.
So the question is, I guess, do you want to expend any more of it on your friends with injury? Because who has I think everybody has injuries right now.
Are they greater than 1?
I have 2. I believe Glass also has 2.
I think Glass and Salome both have a level 2.
Yes.
All right. So, hey, Salome, Glass. I have a potentially life-altering potion in stock. Glass, you were privy to this. Would you like to try it out?
Is this all happening in the same night?
No, gods, no.
I was gonna say, because I'm drunk.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Pour it on me.
Let's not consent for care.
Pour some sugar on me.
Do I drink it? All right. It's perfume.
I think I'm gonna change the name to Sugar.
You're
Pour some sugar on
welcome.
me.
You're welcome.
I mean, I like that because it's also a spoonful of sugar.
Helps the
Aw.
Helps the medicine go
out.
down.
Hey.
Fume's just gonna roll up his pant leg to Salome. She's probably seen the scar on it from putting back the bones together.
I've seen it work. It's worth a try.
All right.
Just be a tad careful when applying it to the scalp and face. Any follicles might be rejuvenated, and length of hair and the like.
You're telling me I'm going to grow a beard?
Yes, maybe. I don't know. Do you want to grow a beard?
Only if naturally you could already grow one.
I like that this is this concoction can moonlight as hair growth.
Mm-hmm.
The
And I
hair
call
growth
it
formula.
Rogaine.
I made it in counterpart to this. Nair.
Do you think? Because it's like, I think, like, missing a little bit of hair off. something.
Yeah, hair, burned face.
She's
Maybe
been
in
wearing a lot of headscarves.
I mean,
Oh,
do you think
yeah.
in a very small amount it might?
No, I have a dropper somewhere. I think I left a turkey baster in the kitchen.
I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? It can't get any shorter.
There is a silence as Fume is thinking over the repercussions.
Right, I regret asking. Let's just try it.
All right.
All right, so you can use your last 2 uses of it for this go around. Obviously, if you want to spend a coin to make some more or something, you could. So without rolling, you get to each reduce your harm by 1 level. So you can reduce you essentially take the burned injury and then you put it as a level 1. And then you both get to choose whether you want to roll to resist the woozy harm. So you either take another level 1 harm that's woozy, or you get to roll to resist it, which means you don't get the harm at all, but you have to see how much stress you gain.
Yeah. I'll roll to resist.
Okay. So you can be rolling
Yeah.
prowess.
Prowess.
I'll do it.
So we
It's always
roll
more
the
efficient
prowess
to
of
resist.
how many ticks we have in that
This-
header.
Yeah, the same thing you do for vice. You're rolling the attribute prowess.
Okay. And we take the highest.
Yes.
Oh, good lord.
Okay.
Can
5.
you guys chill?
Okay. So you subtract that from 6,
One.
and that's how much stress you told. So you'll take 1, and then
Okay, I'll take 2.
Glass, I think yours already factored it in too. Yeah.
Oh, it
So-
did, yes, okay. Hey, can you guys not, like...
All right. So both of you are left with just a level 1 harm then. So you can decide to still, you may want to go ahead and try treating for it, or you can hold off until Fume is able to make more of the healing concoction. Up to y'all.
It's not a panacea for all wounds, just so you know.
I think I'll still use my second one to try and heal.
Okay. So for healing, recovery, I guess is what it's called. So this would be going to see Melvir for this. We're going to roll the quality level of the NPC, and we're going to mark a number of segments on a healing clock based on what we roll for him. So your healing clock is always 4 segments. Let's see. Did I give Melvir I feel like I gave him a quality last time. Let me double check. Melvir, where are you?
Elvia, where are you?
Oh, over here.
Where have you gone?
Melvir is such a cat name.
It
really
is.
The
Okay, we're gonna
pocket
roll,
medic.
roll 2
There.
dice for his quality level. So you roll 2 dice and tell me what the result is.
Taking a higher one.
Yes.
Okay. Woo! 6. 6 and a
6?
4.
Okay. So you're gonna mark 3 segments on the healing clock.
Beautiful.
And Glass, are you doing that too?
I was going between that and trying to reduce some more stress.
It's up to you. Whichever one you prefer.
We also have that extra floating around.
Or
And
right
I was
now.
thinking we might use that for heat unless someone else wanted to use one of their personal ones for heat.
No, we should use one for heat.
Also, Val, I have the analyst trait, so I'm going to add a tick to halt step 2.
Okay. Yes. So that'll max out that one, right?
Yep.
Woohoo!
What do we have to spend to do an extra downtime?
1
coin.
gold.
Yeah.
1?
Bring up the stuff for the whole creation to figure out what the next step is.
Every downtime, just 2, 2, 2, 2.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do healing.
Okay. So same thing. You're gonna roll 2 dice. Tell me what the result is.
2 dice. I'll just do this one. Yeah, let's do this one. Oh no. 3.
Okay. Oh, I think you rolled. Yeah, make sure you take that stress off because it gave you.
Yeah,
stress.
no, I did. I just was just using that for the dice roll.
So a 3, I think you only mark 1 tick. Let me double check. Yeah, you're gonna mark 1 segment on the clock. So you've got progress on it.
Stop.
Melvier's just having an off day.
How many segments is it total?
4.
4. Okay.
You should have the clock on your.
It's in progression.
I
under
see.
discharge stress.
I see. Thank you. Got it.
All right. So you have completed step 2 of the hull crafting, which is the clockwork actuators. The third one is the sensorium.
Does he get any extra for having just dissected a very, very high-powered hull?
Well, yes, because actually, in this step, the sensorium, a crystalline orb suspended in an electroplasm within a metal frame, which allows the hull to see and hear, requires a rare item, a spirit crystal orb.
Yoink! I did crit.
So I can say you got that item from the hull.
Oh no. This little girl's gonna be deadly.
She'd be a murder machine.
Ah.
So I will add, this one is going to be a 7. Yeah, a 7 clock.
Make it 6 because I have another tick to distribute to a long-term project.
Oh, nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, well, I'm still going to set it 7, and then I'll just go ahead and add 1 tick to it. And boom. And
Gorgeous.
oh, I'm muted. Okay. All right. On your way there. Yeah, and same so for the next steps, because you still have 3 other steps after this one. The next one is the soul vessel, which also requires a rare material, which is actually this one you'll be able to get, a memento from the spirit's life.
Little
So,
doll.
You can probably get something from Will on that. All right. I think the only person that hadn't used their second one yet is Grackle, right?
Yeah, I was gonna just heal my bruised eye.
Okay. Then yeah, you can go ahead and you'll also roll 2 dice.
2 dice. Then you take the lower.
No, you take the higher. This is Melvier's NPC rating is 2 for medical stuff.
Understood. I would like to roll some dice, please. How do I tell it to just roll 2 dice? Should I just roll
Go to fortune roll.
Fortune, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, and then you can just add another die. There you
Awesome. Okay. Dang it.
go. Okay, you mark 1 tick. You've rolled so many 2s today.
Yeah.
It's really uncanny.
That's so Grackle.
Use your bullet dice.
It's because she goes to Melvir and doesn't ask him to help her at all, but he forces her to sit down while he puts some ice or something on her eye.
She's like, I'm fine, I'm fine.
Yeah, she's not allowed.
Don't waste that steak. I'm fine.
Totally.
So you can mark 1 tick on the clock for that. So you'll have 3 left. So I think everybody's taken 2 actions now. So what is left is the free action from Salome, and then anyone who wants to spend a coin to do a 3rd action.
Are we down with using the extra as rolling for heat?
Cool us off.
I think that's a
the best
good
option.
idea.
We have to, because if we don't, no matter
Or when it
what
rolls.
happens,
Yeah,
next
we're
time we're going
fucked.
to be wanted.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice.
So what you're looking to do then for downtime activities, we're looking to reduce heat. So say what your crew does to reduce heat level and make an action roll. You could do, it's up to y'all what kind of roll you want to make. Maybe you consort with a friend who's a blue coat and arranges for a few incriminating watch reports to disappear, or maybe you command the fear of local citizens so they're afraid to snitch.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to get Jaren in on this.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna
my
say,
blue coat buddy that's on my payroll.
could we do community service hours that, like in Crowsfoot, where we're just helping out and just like
You could, if you want to do that instead.
That implies we did something wrong.
Basically, the pitch is like whoever wants to use. I mean, this action is floating because anybody can use this action. So that makes it really easy that y'all can just decide who has the best rate and best chance of getting this to succeed. But yeah, if you want to use consort, then
Yeah,
we
I
can
think
do
I shall.
that. All right, so you're gonna roll your consort then.
My consort. With my consort. Jaren. That's double fives.
Ooh.
So with a 5, you're going to reduce your heat by 2.
Okay. That's not a lot, but it's something.
Yeah, it's up to y'all. I mean, again, all of you have the option to spend a coin to do another one too. Anybody wanted to?
How many do we have left before we go up another wanted level?
I've got an idea.
We have. Ooh, that's on the page that I want. 3. Because we reduced it by 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. 3 total that we can take.
I'm gonna spend a coin and do it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jaren. Jaren.
Spend a
Now I
whole
know you
weekend
can do
with him.
better.
Jaren.
All right, roll consort again.
There were no assassination attempts made. Jaren.
Don't be silly.
Fine, Jaren. Everything's fine.
Jaren.
Definitely wasn't us.
6 and a 3 this time, so I'll take that 6.
All right, so you get to reduce 3 heat.
Different intonations of Jaren.
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 It can
Legitimately,
only
I
be
just-
Jaren.
I just see Jaren surrounded by flames like, as he's dealing with the aftermath.
That takes us down quite a bit.
Okay. So I think
Rad.
is that 6 left?
Yes,
now?
so we have
Yeah.
3. We have 3 total, so we have 6 left.
Love it.
Okay,
Take
that's
it.
Yeah, 'cause
a
of our
much better
time.
place. You could
That's why
potentially
she's
get
the
out of your
boss.
next score without your 1 level going up.
That's why Salome is the boss. She keeps us out of trouble.
All right. Does anybody else have one they want to spend a coin on?
Theoretically. Narratively, Grackle walks into Melvir's office and drops that spirit stone on his desk and says, "What can you do with this?"
Well, why did you get the? Do I even want to know?
Probably not.
The spirit wardens aren't going to show up and after a murder or something, are they?
I don't know. You tell me.
Okay. Just gonna roll for Melvir real quick.
Because there's clearly something weird going on with this stone.
Wow.
Right.
Melvir and
Nope.
Grackle have a lot in common.
Apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, does it?
I'm not sure what to make of this. There's something strange about this stone.
That's what I was thinking. There's nothing you know about it?
Unfortunately not. I could look into it, take it to some colleagues at the university, see if they can tell what's wrong with it.
Should pull any heat.
I have some strings to pull, still. It wouldn't be too much of a problem.
Melvir, you're all I have left.
Unfortunately for you, yes. I know that this isn't the way that either of us saw this going, but that doesn't mean I can't take any risks here, Jack.
Her eyes flicker down to the stone. I knew him. He taught horse riding at the manor.
Would you... Wait. Where did you find the stone?
It's not a hole made of knives.
Who put it there?
I think you know who put it there.
Jack, leave this with me. You have enough on your plate. Let me see what I can find.
Unreadable face. She considers this for a moment. She brings her fingers to her lips and whistles, and a grackle will fly in.
This is a clinic. You shouldn't have birds. All right. You know how much contagion? Those worthless. Not worth it. All right. Are you leaving a bird with me?
I'll know if something goes wrong.
All right. Is it a problem if I bathe it?
The bird?
Well, if it's going to be in the clinic, keep an eye on me. I need it to be clean.
You can try.
You can't just like command it to take a bath.
I can teach them to do a lot of things. Haven't figured that one out yet.
I'm just seeing the meme of the rat giving itself a shower.
The Grackle's just hopping on like one foot and the other, just looks at Mendir. You could try.
Fine, fine. But work on that, please. All
I'll
right.
see what I can do.
Well, I appreciate you keeping me busy with all the clients coming in, your friends. They're fun, at least.
Even that Fume kid?
He's a bit strange. In more ways than the obvious ones.
You've been nice to him, right?
Oh, of course. I find him fascinating. Listen, if he dies, can you make sure that you bring his body here? Not that I'm planning on it, but probably learn a lot.
If I'm doing my job right, he's not going to die. If I'm doing it wrong, I'm not going to live.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But no, they seem nice, and I'll be nice in return. I am capable of that.
I know.
Is something going on? Something I need to know about?
Not yet.
I trust you to tell me when you do know more.
I will.
All right. Can you at least let me look at your eye? I'm worried it's going to get infected.
She knows she's asking a lot of him, so she grumbles about it, but she'll like sit down, cross her arms. Doesn't even take off her hat, just like
Just like tilts the hat up a little, like I'm not going to take it off, like, and starts inspecting your eye.
like, oh god, she definitely like had her hat down trying to hide it the whole time, but of course he notices.
Of course. Perfect. Anything else with that scene?
Pretty
All right.
satisfied with that.
Any other downtime stuff? I know we're running close to time. I want to go ahead and get into our end of session questions and stuff, but
At
Oh,
least,
unless we're turning that into a long-term project. If that's the case, I want to spend a coin on it.
oh, that's a good question. Yeah, if you want to make that a project, then yeah, you can definitely spend the coin on that.
Oh, I will.
I
I don't know to what end quite yet, but
sometimes it's about the journey,
Yep.
not the destination. So let's do that real quick. Long-term project. Describe what your character does to advance the project clock. Roll one of your actions. We'll mark segments. I'm gonna put this. So you're trying to essentially learn more, like understand what this crystal is, researching this crystal. Okay.
Figure out what's wrong with it.
So let me add that to the growing list of clocks. Research.
I will be clear, like, as a player, if at some point I could turn this into a weapon against the Baron, that would be great.
That would be great.
put Fume up to it.
Okay.
Quite literally, analyst. I can start dumping points into there.
I'm only making this a 5-segment clock. So let's you can go ahead and roll one check right now as part of starting the project. Whatever you think you're using to advance the project clock. Or I can roll for Melvier and his efforts. We can roll just according to his ratings.
Shoot, there's rules for helping an NPC with command, right?
Yeah, well, essentially you would roll command as your action, and
Okay.
the progress would be based on whatever you rolled.
He's got 2 dice and I've got 2 dice, I think, so it would be negligible. Yeah, just let him roll it. He's got it. I'm not supervising this, really.
All right, let's see if we roll better than before.
We'll see. Yo!
That's a 6.
Melvier!
So that's 3 segments on this clock.
Nice.
Awesome. Over halfway there.
I'd say I'm only halfway there.
Sweet. Melvier coming in clutch. All right, let's go ahead and do our end of session questions. We'll pick up our next session during with our free play and figure out whatever job you want to do. Y'all have so many leads and so much shit going on. Like, I have no idea what direction you're gonna go, like any given session. So I'm very excited to see what y'all do. But yeah, let's do this first. Advancement, PC advancement. So everyone marked their desperate action rolls for today, correct? All right, because I think we had a lot of those. At the end of the session, let's do playbook specific XP triggers.
Address a challenge with knowledge or arcane power.
Yeah, used a lot of ghosts today.
Address a challenge. Oh, go ahead.
Address a challenge with tracking or violence.
Yeah.
Calculation and conspiracy. Yep.
Technical skill and mayhem. Or
Perfect.
mayhem.
You have to do both every time.
We fucking did it today.
Yeah, y'all did good at that. If you did it once, you get 1 XP. If you feel like you did it a lot, you get 2 XP. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes because I really went out on a limb pressing Salome for information.
Fair.
Yeah.
Also, we wouldn't let Glass break the soul stone. Not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Also, not telling Glass, even when pressed, about Grackle's shit, because she has a line.
Salome, you're such a bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm calling one also for just straight up stealing somebody's soulstone.
Yeah, that's true. Just rip the soulstone or the heartstone right out of someone's chest.
It's literally in the title of the show. I don't know why I can't get it right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it.
I've heard soulstone. I heard spirit stone. It's fine.
Hearthstone.
People
I
have got to
imagine
call them
they're-
different things, right?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, I
colloquially.
imagine
Yeah.
like colloquially, they're probably known as different things anyway. Like that's not a big deal to me.
I know there's an official term for it, but like we just decided to call Fume's magical elixir sugar. So
Yes.
I feel like it's pretty up in the air. I'm taking experience as well for my soulstone shenanigans today.
Okay, perfect.
I tinkered away and
Yeah.
used my specialty of alchemy.
There you go. All right. And then struggled with issues from your vice or traumas. Nobody has any traumas yet. I've come
Nope.
real close. I'm really trying to get y'all there. But and then nobody really had any issues with vice. We kind of glazed over that. Yeah, those are your
Give me some time. I always make sure that I have at least a chance of overindulging every time.
I leveled up my prowess.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
I got a new special ability.
Yay!
Ticking up. Get 2 in finesse now. 2 in finesse,
Woot.
2 in prowl.
Good.
Well, get ready, everyone. I
next
might
time.
start leaking poison.
Don't do
Nice.
It happens.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Actually, no, I know what I want.
Oh, you want
all
the crew
right.
stuff, right?
Yeah, let's do crew advancement.
Aye.
1 XP or 2 if it occurred multiple times. Execute a successful espionage, sabotage, or theft.
Yeah.
You did.
There. Contend with challenges above your current station.
Gigantic fucking bladed hole. Yeah.
A mech.
Yeah, you did fight a mech. That's fine. Yeah, I'll go with you for that.
Oh, before we move on too quickly,
Oh.
we didn't get vengeance on anyone today, right?
No, I don't think
You're
so.
in the
There's
process of.
Got it.
nobody
I didn't
really.
thi- I
didn't
didn't
really
think
address
so,
anyone
but
here.
I wanted to posit it to the group in case there was something I missed.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Do we? We're not gonna take it for fucking over the Baron quite yet until we know what to do with the map. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think we've actively done it yet.
I mean, clearly the Baron was just trying to destroy that place. We haven't fucked him over yet.
We'll get there.
I don't know if he was trying to destroy it though, because he wanted the map.
Eventually, some of us will know why we're trying to fuck over the Baron.
Yeah, the destruction wasn't going to happen unless the hole was destroyed. Just remember that. So,
Ah.
So somebody knows.
Someone
Mr.
knows and told
Steiner,
the
I
ghost
swear I had
police
nothing to do with that.
to keep it hush hush.
Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. Our reputation is currently professional and loyal.
Yeah, we bolstered it. We got extra rep, didn't we?
I don't know if like no, because the bolstering reputation is like, did you do anything that was especially professional or loyal today? Like, did you
Oh, got it. Yeah.
or did you develop a new reputation? Do you all want to add explosions to your
We can
reputation
add one.
at this point?
Develop a new one is one of them.
Flamboyant.
That might be. Ooh, flamboyant does
I
sound like
like
us.
that.
doesn't
That's
it?
kind of
Actually.
fun. That's kind of
Actually,
fun.
actually,
Having it.
I'm also
flamboyant.
thinking, do you? Because at this point too, I don't think we're just gonna add. I was fine with you all having 2. I don't want to just add descriptors in perpetuity and just have like a list, like an encyclopedia of different terms that describe y'all. So I would say flamboyant. I think goes against professional a little bit.
Mm.
In my inter, like,
That's homophobic.
listen.
No.
We're gonna have to have you see HR, Val.
I would say if we're leaning into the reputation that y'all are very quickly developing of being little chaos gremlins, I don't know if
You're
we
gonna have
can
to
keep
replace
professional on the table.
I actually like the trading out of.
I
the-
Yeah,
love
that's
y'all's
fair.
crew, but
Yeah.
very little of what you've done has been professional.
Yeah, I do like the idea of
think it
having 2
depends.
maximum at any time. That's
You guys
Yeah,
want to trade
I'm fine
out?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's trade out. Flamboyant and loyal.
Okay.
I
Get an
I
XP for
feel
that.
like that fits us.
So we'll
Yeah.
call developing a new one as in like
We used to be
replacing one.
professional.
Yeah.
Now we're.
I think technically the game only allows for like it's one reputation, and it's either you're bolstering that one or you have developed a new one. Like
It
that is
doesn't
the
explain
reputation.
it on the sheet, so
No, but it's like the reputation that most people think of when they think about your crew.
is
And
that
it's like,
is that true and out of the rule book, or are you just saying that?
that the rulebook doesn't really explain that part of it.
Well,
So
then we can do whatever we want.
so I'm down for 2. I just don't want to get to a point where you all have like 20 reputations.
That's fair.
I mean,
So flamboyant and loyal is what we
I
would
like it.
have.
I like it.
That is very fair, because knowing this group, we would just collect reputations like Pokemon.
Yes.
And I want y'all
Well,
to
we
be
did just
motivated.
come off of playing a game where the whole game was to collect words.
Exactly.
And it's something too where like you can't just develop a reputation by doing it once. Like it has to be something you are
Yeah.
like doing
Over time,
repeatedly.
Yeah, for sure.
Because otherwise that question is meaningless. If every session you don't hit your reputation, you don't
Yeah.
do the thing you have a reputation for, you just
Yep.
replace it with a different
Yeah,
one.
for sure.
But I don't think y'all have gained 1 XP for a professional at this point.
I think we did like at the very beginning. I think the first one we did.
When
was
we got
Maybe that
hired
was-
on to do something, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the first time when everything went smoothly,
Yeah.
like we were
I-
professional.
I just remember back when the discussion for this group was like, we're gonna do like some really like white collar, like subterfuge.
I don't
kind
remember
of-
that.
And it's been mostly explosions and dick jokes.
Well,
at this
they're
point.
fun.
What
The
happened
Michael
was
Bay
that-
movie.
They're
What
fun.
happened was that whenever we did white collar subterfuge, like we started doing goofy voices and shit. So
Yeah, we can't be stopped. Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. I think we did that in fucking spades today. I think we
Yep.
deserve 2 for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, we're halfway there.
Yeah.
Halfway there.
Over, because it's an odd number. We need 4 more to level up.
Woot.
Okay. All right. So I think that's everything, right?
We were talking in the Discord chat that we would like to add quotes back, basically just so we could give an extra XP to wins
Every time.
single
Every
every
time.
single game.
We can look in the next session putting up the quote list again if y'all want to get back into doing that.
Yeah.
We just
Extra
said some
XP.
really cool shit this time.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. I'd like a
Uh,
quote lodge at the end of this.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we can get back into that and just give a XP to whoever
I miss it.
gets chosen.
Yeah. It's fun.
Can we give it to
yeah.
Wings this time?
Okay, yeah, we'll give it to Wings. This
Yeah,
time.
agreed.
Yay!
What was the quote that you wanted to give it for?
Fuck, there were like 3 today.
Yeah,
And now I can't think
the
of
most
them.
recent one about him dying and you living. What was it?
Oh yeah. If
yeah.
if I do my job right, or if I do my
Oh.
job right, he won't die. If I do it wrong, I die.
I'm dead too.
I'm dead,
yeah.
I won't live.
that shit.
Yeah.
I won't live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
also retroactively, I think, giving it for last session with the conversation with Steiner. 'Cause
Oh,
that's what we were
yes.
talking about
Yes.
before the
Yes.
session. The quote.
Yes.
I'm gonna kill way more than 2 people.
Yeah.
No, there was one we were talking about. I don't remember now.
Yeah.
You called him old man.
Yeah. It's I'll dig as many graves as I have
That's
to.
what it was.
Yeah.
Because he was like,
Yours.
yeah, dig 2 graves. Yeah.
Dig 2 graves.
Yeah.
That's
Ugh.
dumb. I'm gonna kill way more than 2 people.
That's it.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's go around and do stars and wishes, and then we'll call it for
Oh,
tonight. I know
God.
we're over time. So we can just go in order. Van, you wanna kick us off?
Oh yeah, sure. I can make something up. Hi. Van. And I always go first. My star is going to go to, it's so hard. It's so hard every time. My star is going to go to Sid and Salome, because I think I think everybody had some really strong character moments this session, but I just think Salome really like sticking to whatever internal principles she has and just like not hesitating about like, no, I'm not going to tell you Grackle's business. Like, there are very few, people whose secrets I keep, and not only is Grackle one of them, but you are as well. I think it was just a really fun, like, strong character moment, and I really liked it. So, well done. And my wish, other than to summon ghosts to solve all my problems, my wish this time is ghost related. But I do want the opportunity to bring Glass's other NPC in.
All right.
Because I haven't got to do that yet. So, fun, ghost related. I won't spoil too much of that. I don't remember whether I've talked about it or not, but I do have another NPC that hasn't shown up yet, and I would like the opportunity to get to know them a little bit, like we have Lord Skurlock.
So we want another patron? Is that what you? No.
We need a mommy with the daddy pair, you know.
I love it.
That's me.
Lovely.
Yay.
Thank you, Van.
I'm next.
Yes.
Star is gonna go again. This was a jam-packed one. This was really great. I mean, Grackle literally defending both herself and a wounded Fume from backdraft. I mean,
Oh my God.
come on, that was fucking epic. Incredible. Gotta love it. Gotta fucking love it. Plus all one-liners ever. Yes, Grackle Stan, we're here. Yeah. Wish. It's just sort of a one. Can we have a demon? I just want a demon. I really do. I really want a demon. If we're gonna get our asses kicked, like, let's just have it be by a demon. I want it. But I also want to get Lord Skurlock in here a little more. Especially now that he's our patron.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have a group scene with Lord Skurlock.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Who's to say Lord Skurlock isn't a demon?
Very
he
possible.
says he's not a vampire.
He
but hasn't
refuses
said
to admit
anything
that he's
about
a
being
vampire.
demon.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a demon.
Maybe.
I'll facilitate that scene.
Yes. All right, wish granted. I'm happy. I'm done.
Thank you, Sid.
It's my turn.
Go.
Hey everybody, RJ here. Stars and Wishes time. God, start a Van and Glass. To me, Glass has always been this aloof, pretty boy that just sometimes occasionally summons ghosts. But going up against the Hull and the brilliant idea of using your electroplasmic man catcher to effectively half health this thing and then ride it all the
know.
way down, there is something very different and feral about that, and I dig that a lot.
Yeah, you guys are seeing a side of Glass that I don't think anybody ever has, and it is no survival instinct.
It is. I have the image of Alucard in my head doing like the forward stab with his sword.
May or may not have been a little bit of an inspiration for this character.
Why are so many dice getting rolled?
Nothing. Just ignore me. I just needed to. I forgot about something I need to do.
Okay.
Alucard was a little bit of inspiration for Glass.
Yep, I can see it. My wish is more flashback memories for the crew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I want to learn more about people's backstories, and I'm sure people want to learn more about Fume. I want to know if Grackle was in a child soldier orphanage and then got hooked up to some weird, freaky experiments. Does she have the arcane eye of the demon lord? You isekai fuck.
Wait, is that the ongoing theory
You
right now?
isekai fuck.
Grackle got isekai. Okay,
I got isekai out of Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
You got hit by the horse and buggy. Got it.
No, I got hit by a train. Oh shit! That means I was in the Beetle. Fuck. That's not a reference any of you guys are gonna recognize.
Nope.
I'll explain afterwards.
Cool.
Okay.
That's me. Explain, cowboy lady. Explain.
Oh no, that's a Knights in the Courtyard, y'all. That's you're only gonna get that after the stream is over. Hold on, I've got notes. My star goes to Salome and Glass for their conversation after Grackle left. I was eating that shit up. I love that. I loved I love whenever they conspire, because it just brings out some of the most fun dialogue of this game. And I wrote down specifically to delayed gratification. Delayed
Delayed.
the Pokemon? To delayed gratification, because like if that isn't the entire theme of this particular job, I don't know what is.
This and also the fact that you just have like two sex workers talking to each other, like I'm just saying.
It's good stuff. My runner-up star was renaming Fume's elixir sugar. That's just the good shit. I love naming things fun stuff based on sayings and things. What's my wish? I don't know if I have a wish. I'm really happy. More game. That's it. I want more game.
Pour some sugar on you.
Oh,
yeah.
some sugar on me.
I'm
guarantee
sorry.
that.
In the name of crime?
Yeah.
My brain went to what's the lyric? The kombucha mushroom people sitting around all day. Sugar System of a Down.
Wow, I haven't thought about that song in a long time.
Damn, what a pull. Fuck.
If I
Boy.
leave you.
Well, I think that's it. Pretty
It's like
sure.
the third time I've had a conversation about System of a Down today.
I know. All right. Well, that's gonna be it, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We had quite an energy today. We unfortunately will not be playing next weekend, but after that, I think we're good for a little while at least, until we start getting into more holiday stuff. We'll keep you updated. We're probably gonna have some more weeks off between now and then, but we're gonna make the most of the weeks that we do have. In the meantime, follow us in all the places. Go to our YouTube. You can catch up on all of the backlog of this show, previous 6 episodes or so, or watch our other shows where we were just as stupid. So you can't think of anything else. Join us on Thursday for the first episode of new game that Van's gonna be running. Title TBD.
Title still TBD because I'm lazy, but I'm gonna be running a little mini series of Bump in the Dark.
Yeah. So if you like this system, come join us for that on Thursday. And then everything else in between. Thank you to my lovely players for making this game a joy to run and fun as always. And thank you everyone out there in the chat for watching. We will see you in 2 weeks. Until next time, good game and good night, Internet.